hello, what's up this afternoon, everyone? Welcome. Fine Tuesday to y'all. Good to see you. Hey, Manny, how are you? Welcome, good to have ya. I am Feels Bad, Telegook, Affinity, Stone Rain. How is everyone doing today? Today, we are, finding out if Tarmogoyf is still a good card in 2022. Can Tarmogoyf work in this economy, or has it been inflated out of the multiverse? We got two different Tarmogoyf in historic decks to try out today. One of them, I couldn't resist building literal Jund. This is like, I think, as close as you can get to something like modern Jund in historic. Of course, no alchemy cards, all real cards, but this is like straight up Jund. Can you Jund him out in historic? We're gonna start with that, and then if we get time, I also put together Abzan Rights, which I think is less good, but is also pretty sweet. Abzan Rights is like one of my favorite old-time modern deck, budget decks, so I want to see if that could maybe work, and Tarmogoyf is a pretty good fit there too, because you're trying to fill the graveyard so it grows the Goyf. So we are Goyfing today. How's everyone doing today? Good to see you. Hey, what's up, Little Salted? Thomas, good to see you. Lucid, good to see you. How is everyone today? Every art has a card name attached to it except Liliana the Veil. I think that Liliana, I'm coming around to Liliana being the reprint. Basically, they tried to reprint Lily like 2 years ago, and they got cut at the last minute. Sam is like the best, probably the best at what he does. Like, seriously, Sam blows me away. He is so amazingly good at making YouTube videos. As far as the Magic community, there's no one else like Sam doing what Sam does anywhere near the level as Sam does it. So yeah, Sam deserves to be considered maybe the best Magic content creator. Like, seriously, especially discounting gameplay. Like, Sam, I don't think I've ever seen Sam do a gameplay video. For non-gameplay videos, it cannot get any higher tier than Heuristic Studies. Heuristic Study, oh my goodness, I love Sam's content. I love his videos. So good. Do you filter out cards that are real, have been adjusted for alchemy, or just pure alchemy? So there's no pure alchemy. Honestly, funny story. We kind of got by the rebalancings. Ready Spaghetti, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. Yeah, Heuristic Studies on YouTube is Sam. So honestly, when I built this deck, I started working on this deck for fun like a week ago, and I was trying to find a Satyr Wayfinder. There's no Satyr Wayfinder in historic. The closest I could find was Circle of the Land Druid, a 2-mana 1/1 that when it ETBs you mill for, and then when it dies you get a land back to your hand. So this was going to be our Satyr Wayfinder. It was a real card when I put it into the deck. It was printed in Commander Legends Baldur's Gate. It was a real card, but in the meantime, since I built this deck, they rebalanced it to give it an extra power. So I'm not taking it out of the deck because there's not really a replacement, and I blame Wizards because it was a real card when I put it in there. It's kind of like when you make a budget deck, but then the price goes up and it's not budget anymore. Like, I can't be responsible for that. I can't be responsible for Wizards rebalancing cards after I built the deck, I don't think. So, I guess there's one fake card in that deck. I just want to say, I think you need to do more 1v1 content with the Goldfish crew. Your video was filled with great. Battle of the Bands you did was cream, one of my favorite series you've ever done. Yeah, I think the feedback on that has been super positive. People really like the 1v1 me and Phil did, doing the forbidden cards, the broken cards on Arena. So I think we'll do more of that in the future. That's definitely a good possibility because it was super fun. Plus, if I can get Phil to edit it, that's always a win because Phil's really good at editing, and that means I don't have to do it. So double win. Yeah, the deck really wants it to be in a body, preferably. So the plan for today, we're going to start Junding him out, see how that goes. Then we're going to do some Abzan writing, little rough around the edges. We can improve it as we go. But first, we got to do our reminders. And we got one special reminder today. So Thursday, our next stream, 2 days from now, stream's going to be different. Normally, we stream Thursday night at 5 p.m. Eastern time. However, Thursday is a huge day in the Magic world. It is the start of Dominaria spoilers, and it is announcement day for 2023 products. So we're going to be finding out about the sets and what's coming next year. So what we're going to do for Thursday's stream is my plan is to start streaming around 11 a.m., maybe a little earlier if I can get my other stuff done. So start around 11 a.m. At noon, they're doing the big stream, showing off spoilers, showing off the 2023 sets. So we'll watch the stream together like we like to do on the announcement streams, and then no stream at night because I'll probably be working on spoiler videos for first day of Dominaria United. Hextech, and welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super duper, thank you. So I tried to get 12 Shadow to work in Historic. Actually got quite a few people with it. Actually worked better than I thought, ooh, I wonder if we could build that. Yeah, the 18th. The 18th is the day. So morning stream. Watch the WotC stream together. Spoiler content is the plan for that day. Do I have a viewer battle stream on the schedule? I do not. I think at this point it will probably be new standard viewer battle stream because we're going to spoilers for a week, and then we're gonna have. All right, let's look at this schedule. Where's a calendar? How do I pull this up? Oh no, desktop, avert your eyes. I deleted some stuff too. I deleted a little space here. So we're here. 18th, this is the morning stream, so we watch the WotC stream. Next week, probably just be normal streams because we're going to be doing spoiler stuff. The 30th is the early access day, so we'll have new standard to play then. And then Thursday is release day, so we'll have new standard, new cards to play with then. So I'm thinking beginning of September sometime, we'll do another viewer battle, this time with Dominaria United stuff for the new standard format. So that is kind of the stream overview for the next couple of weeks. Desktop looks like my house. Yeah, it looks like my house too sometimes. All right, reminders. Replay YouTube. That's where you find all the old streams, including this one in the future. Normal YouTube. Tons of stuff coming up on the YouTube. Tomorrow we are trying to take the collective victory. You get the collective victory in Modern. I gotta say, collective victory, or collective victory, coalition victory, it's actually it's not as bad as I thought. It's not as bad as I thought. For being a notoriously hard win con, is actually a pretty sweet way of pulling it off. So that's coming for Against the Odds tomorrow. Tons of other stuff on the YouTube. A reminder that our sponsor tonight is Card Kingdom. If you need some magical cards, maybe from Dominaria United, you can get them at cardkingdom.com. Even get a free goldfish sticker. Just let them know you want one. They'll hook you up. They're really cool like that. Otherwise, merch page, token, t-shirts, playbets, good way to support the stream and the channel and the site. Donations, always appreciated. Never required. $2 more gets your message read on stream. And let's play some Magic. Thank you for the cheer, by the way. Am I a monkey fan? Like a fan of the animal? Not really. Not after Ragavan. I liked monkeys until Modern Horizons 2. Now I'm not a fan. Not a fan. The Ghosted Egg Faden, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. And Skylar Wolf, welcome you as well. Big cheer for you. Thank you. Oh, also, I got Urza's AI to work. I tried to show y'all this the other day, like a couple weeks ago on stream, and it didn't work. This is the like generate your own fake magic cards, but these are like AI generated, not fake alchemy cards. And it's actually kind of cool. Like I really like this site. So if you're ever bored and looking for something to do, go and click the button on Urza.ai. If we get a break at some point, maybe we'll look at some of the cards. Some of them look pretty realistic. Others of them kind of far out there. These ones are all kind of boring so far though. So missed your sub message. Oh no, Helichrome. My apologies. Hey Seth, I got laid off last Friday, which is unfortunate, but now I have time to catch the stream. Keep up the great content. Oh, Helichrome. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. And I'm sorry about the job stuff. That is not ideal, not great, but hopefully it works out. I'm glad you're here for the stream, and I'm sure you'll find something even more spectacular. So good luck with that, and welcome back to the Fishbowl. Big cheer for you. Hey, what's up, Doug? How are you? This one's kind of weird. 4-mana instant, you gain 3 life, then you gain life equal to life lost during the turn. Wouldn't that mean the gain 3 life does nothing? Well, I guess it still does something, but yeah, Urza's AI is pretty sweet. Dandy Flaws, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. Yeah, that's Mark Rosewater. He sits in his office, clicks a button. All right, what are we doing for Dominaria? Click. Wait. And then it bugs out a little bit. You got to wait for it to flip around. Print it, whatever it is. I don't got time for this. I imagine that's how they make sense. So anyway, this deck, this is Historic Judd. The idea was, we finally got the card. Fruity Kiss. Fruity Kiss, 5 mana, 4. Oh, wait, no, it disappeared. Devastate. 2 mana sorcery. Target player selects a creature. If that player does, you may cast target instant with mana value 1 or less from your grave. That's actually kind of a wild card. 2 mana sorcery. Target player selects a creature. If that player does, you can cast an instant with mana value 1 or less from your graveyard. So you still got to pay the mana cost. A red edict would be kind of weird, but anyway. All right, we're trying to play Modern Jund in Oh, I'm hyped for this Thursday, Doug. We're going to watch the stream together, too. We're doing an early stream on Thursday just so we can watch it together. So this is trying to bring Modern Jund to Historic. We're built around Tarmogoyf, the classic Jund card. We don't have Liliana the Veil yet, although maybe we will soon if it actually does show up in Dominaria United. So we got Chandra as our Planeswalker. As far as filling the graveyard for Tarmogoyf, we're mostly looting. Seasoned Pyromancer, Modern All-Star, Fable the Mirror Breaker, also breaking into Modern. We get the good removal, Assassin's Trophies, Thought Seizes, Kolaghan's Command, Maelstrom Pulse, Kalitas, another new edition, top end, Elder Gargaroth. So basically, we're trying to jump them out. We're casting discard, we're 1-for-1ing, we're 2-for-1ing, trying to grow the Goyf and hoping that that's enough to pick up wins. Is Tarmogoyf a good card? I'm honestly not sure if Tarmogoyf is still a good card in 2022. Is it a good card in Historic? We haven't played Historic much in a while. Has anyone been playing Goyf decks? Like, is Goyf like a real card in the format? No artifacts to grow the Goyf. No, we gotta kill our opponent's artifacts, hopefully. I don't know, I wanted to try to play an artifact, but I couldn't really come up with a good artifact to put in the deck. I thought about playing like a random artifact land to try to do it that way, but they all come into play tapped, and that felt pretty clunky. I'm not sure it's actually worth it. But that is a possibility to play an artifact land. I thought about Hangerback Walker. That could do it. Why no Kroxa? You could play Kroxa, but exiling your graveyard shrinks your Goyf, so it's not actually like super good with Goyf in specific. This is a good Jund hand. Man of Ballista's not in the format. Man of All, yes, if that was legal, Soul Ring. Black, you know what the best would be? Black Lotus. We'll just add Black Lotus. Puts itself in the graveyard. That seems like the perfect way to power up a Tarmogoyf. Well, let's start at 16. Oh. Jund battle, okay. Actually, opponents might be, yeah, they're Junding us back. Tireless Tracker. We could play Tireless Tracker. What are we taking here? So we don't care too much about Fatal Push. Kolaghan's Command is annoying because it gets a creature back. Kalitas, like, Chandra can kill all this stuff. Maybe we just take the Fatal Push? Maybe we do take Fatal Push, because how is this going to play out? We take Fatal Push. Goyf is a 2-3. Maybe Goyf's a problem. Hey, Seth, do you use Streamlabs? It doesn't let me capture MTGO, and suddenly I don't know why. Ooh, yes, no, I don't use Streamlabs OBS. I use the super old OBS because I'm too lazy to learn the new one. So no, I don't actually. I probably should, but okay, let's take Tarmogoyf. Show some respect. What's the one against odds card you've never played but you've always wanted to play? Is there against the odds card that I've never played? So I know there's some legacy stuff, and we haven't played it just because we haven't, we don't play legacy hardly at all. So there's some legacy like alt win cons that we've just never been able to play with. Test of Endurance is one of them. What's a green? There's a whole cycle. There's a Battle of Wits is actually part of a cycle. The green one, you need to have like 20 creatures on the battlefield. It's an enchantment. So there's some legacy stuff that I'd like to revisit at some point. There isn't much in Modern that I've always wanted to play, because the thing is, like, I make so many series that if there's something I want to play, I can usually find a way to play it. Like, if it doesn't win for against odds, I just play it on Much Brew or something. We've played Mortal Kombat. There's an old we played Helix Pinnacle. Give me some options. I think try to think of an against odds card that we haven't played, because I bet you we've played it somewhere. The challenge of against the odds these days is not that we. The challenge is really that we don't have enough cards that we haven't played already. Like, that is the hardest part. The Wizard stream is Thursday, I believe. Thursday, the 18th, is when we get to. Oh my God, I'm in. Oh boy, that is not what we want to do at all. Oh, I clicked the wrong card. Okay. Well, yeah, that's not ideal. That was supposed to be a Chandra to kill the Kalitas. The Pyromancer jumped in front of the Chandra. I blame Arena there. Helix Pinnacle, boom, done it multiple times. Maya's Area, we played a deck called Troll Song Naya that used, oh, what's the name of the, there's this troll from like Lorwyn that you can tap a bunch of creatures and it turns into a 20/20. I cannot think of the name of that card. The one deck we've ever played it in was a Maya's Area deck. All right, well, I guess this might still kind of work. Because we get to Chandra. Chandra kills a Kalitas. Play the tap land past the turn. Mossbridge Troll, that's what it was. Warp World we've played a bunch of times, although I don't know if we've ever played it for Against the Odds. We played it for Much Brew several times, I believe. It's really hard. I hope you come up with a good Against Odds card that we haven't played yet, because we're getting to the point now where we like come back around to some of the original Against Odds cards. Like coming up next week is Psychogenic Probe, which Psychogenic Probe, y'all probably don't remember it because it was so long ago, but we played it once in like 2016 or something. So some of the classics we can like wrap back around to at this point. The Druid that steals lands, that was an early Against Odds card, but yes, there is an Against Odds card involving the Druid stealing lands. What kind of types count towards Tarmogoyf? Like instant sorcery to creature type for variance count. There are instant sorcery. It's like instant sorcery, artifact enchantment, creature, planeswalker, tribal. Am I missing something? Artifact enchantment. Oh, land. Artifact enchantment, land, creature, planeswalker, instant sorcery, tribal. So you can get Goyf up to 8 power. Am I missing one? I think the max you can get a Goyf is 8 power. Well, we will play Tarmogoyf. Play a Bone Crusher. Did our opponent not get back there? Wow. What did they do with their Kolaghan's command that was not getting back Tireless Tracker or Kalitas? That seems very incorrect. Are we playing? Oh, this isn't ranked, is it? Oh, this is definitely not ranked. Well, okay. Tarmogoyf Force. Boom. Legend is not a subtype, I believe, but no, it's not actually a type. Atomic Coco, welcome to the fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super duper, thank you. Moragunda Petroglyphs, done it. There's an Against Odds for that. We have played it. I think the deck was really bad, but we have played it. Angel of Destiny, we played that one in Standard, so yes, we have played Angel of Destiny. We have a new donation from, all right, opponent's gonna kill our stuff. Well, I guess we, from Dragolish88, $5 donation. Thank you so much. Hey Seth, I recently got, oh my god, I'm glad we took the Gargaroth. And opponents, okay, do we even want to finish this? Are we unranked? I can't even tell. Hey Seth, I recently got married. My wife was talking about what I wanted to do for a honeymoon. I told her we should go to Vegas, October 28th through 30th. She asked if it was MTG related. I told her no, but I should bring my cards just in case someone wants to play. It sounds like you are starting off your marriage on the right foot there. I told her no. Wait, so you're bringing your new wife, you're going with your new wife to Vegas for your honeymoon, but you're actually going to go to Magic 30? Yeah, that does sound like it might be a short marriage. Just in case. I do love the ingenuity. That is I mean, I don't know your wife, so I don't know how she'll react. It sounds like an extra crispy recipe, really, as far as whether or not this will work out in the long run. But I guess worst case, you'll be at Magic 30, so that's a win. Thank you for the donation. We did Civic Ascendancy at Standard, I believe, although it could be It could be a sweet card to revisit in an older format. I don't know if we've ever done it in like modern, for example. So it could be a good one to modern up. Actually, why are we even hating on the graveyard? That's probably not even worth it. Let's just bring in a little bit more removal. A bit more removal. Actually, Chandra is probably good. It's expensive, but good. Bring in a bit more removal. Go down. I think Thought Seizes. I think here's my I might be off base, but my theory of playing a deck like Jund is you don't want to be the one casting Thought Seize. You don't want to be the one drawing Thought Seize in the late game. Your opponent casting is fine, but you want as many 2-for-1s as possible. In Thought Seize is just a 1-for-1. Wall of Chaos, welcome to the fishbowl. You also want to be the one with Castle Logwade. No one beats a Castle Logwade. Thank you for your subscription. Big tip for you. Thank you. Sarah Benevolent we played when it first came. Y'all still haven't come up with a single card that we haven't played yet. Epic Struggle I saw someone mention earlier. That one we haven't played, but that's just because it's legacy only. Bring it, opponent. We did Miles Area once. That would be a good one to revisit, though. It's been a minute. We have a new donation from the Von House. Against the odds, Moonfolk. But instead, it's not Moonfolk, and it could deck instead. That would actually be super funny. I like that. Against the odds, Moonfolk, but instead it's actually not Moonfolk, but a good deck. That sounds like a Tomer thing. That sounds like every Tomer commander deck. Ooh, I've never done. Let me look up Overblaze. Heartless Hitasugu. We might not have done Heartless Hitasugu either. Did we finally get a new one? We might have. What does Overblaze actually do? Ooh, so question for you, chat. Each time a permanent 4-mana instant. Each time target permanent would deal damage to a creature player this turn. It deals double that damage instead. Splice on Arcane. That's kind of interesting. What could you combine this with? That each time wording is weird. That makes me think there's some shenanigans here that I'm missing. Yeah, Overblaze could be a good one. Now let's shock ourselves. Blood Tithe Harvester. Go. So chat, your challenge is winning with, ooh, Porcupine would be really good there. That's a pretty decent draw. Seasoned Pyromancer. So your challenge is winning with Psychogenic Probe. Psychogenic Probe. 2 mana. Actually, maybe we keep Blair the Hydra. Oh, we have to discard 2. Well, we're definitely keeping the Castle Logwade. Ah, there's a Goyf. There's a Goyf. That's what we've been missing. So you got to win with Psychogenic Probe. How do you go about it? Give me your ideas. Psychogenic Probe, if you're not familiar with it, 2-mana artifact essentially says whenever someone shuffles their library, they take 2 damage. How do you kill your opponent? How do you kill your opponent with Psychogenic Probe? Ooh, Marlin's actually, that's a sweet idea. I did not think of Marlin. The problem with Marlin is it just dies. It's very hard to use because your opponent just tutors up the answer for it. Pass can make your opponent shuffle. It's actually very tricky. There's not that many cards in Magic that force your opponent to shuffle their library. There's only a handful. All right, Goyf down, but we get a, oh, these swamps look so good. Look how good that swamp looks. Oh, love it. Absolutely love the Tokyo lands. Warp World Lock. What is the Warp World Lock? Field of Ruin, yeah, that's one of the things I considered. Field of Ruin, Ghost Quarter, Crucible of Worlds, ways to get them back. Keep it going. Now, worst case, you strip mine them out of the game, which is not a very bad case. Yoda Man, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. What about Ghoul Color's Harvest? Mill your deck, beat them turn 1. Wait. Oh, beat them in 1 turn. Yeah, Ghoul Color's Harvest I don't think we've ever played, but that could be a sweet one to try. Oh, down it passes. Well, let's Gargaroth. Castle Lockwayne. Don't really want our opponent to have a free attack, so we're going to pass. All right, do not kill our Elder Gargaroth, please. I don't think we've ever played Bullwire Heavyweights. That's another real good one. That would be a real good one. Extirpate Icy-Grot Scepter. That actually sounds hilarious. Extirpates and Surgicals are some of the only cards that make your opponent shuffle. We've done Liliana's Contract. I think it was when it was in Standard. I don't know. I've put it on the poll for other formats, but I don't think it's ever won. Shared Fate will happen again. If it doesn't happen for Against the Odds, I put it on the poll a couple times recently. I'll just build a Shared Fate deck because I think Shared Fate's interesting. Ooh, speaking of Against the Odds question. Now let's get in with Gargaroth. Make a 3/3. I mean, we get to draw cards with Castle Lockwayne, so I think this is fine. Kill them all, hit ya. Play the land. Discard a land. Ooh, Kolaghan's Command. Ooh, we can get back the Gargaroth. All right, your go about it. So Against the Odds question. We have done Phage. We've done Order Nothingness a couple times. Order Nothingness is one of my favorites. Kind of like the idea. Scheming Symmetry, Wishclaw, Surgical, Bolus to Citadel. Ooh, that is sweet. I didn't think of Citadel. I thought of like Scheming Symmetry and Surgicals. Citadel's actually really spicy. So in the early days of Against the Odds, here's how the poll worked. We start with 5 cards. One card would win. That card would get made into a video. Well, this Noxious Grasp does not look good. One card would win. That card would get made into a video. The second and third place cards would stay on, and then we get 3 new cards. The bottom 2 drop off, the winner drops off. So the cards that didn't quite win stay on. More recently, the last year or two, maybe longer than that, it's just been 5 new cards each week. Did you like the system of keeping like the second and third, or maybe second, third, and fourth, whatever? Like some of the cards that barely missed out. Did you like the idea of leaving those on? I've been thinking of bringing that back. Because sometimes cards that are really cool end up like second place, and it's a shame that they don't get another shot. Well, all right, let's just let's just Castle Lockwayne for now. All right, into a land, down to 15. Well, we also can Kalitas. Maybe. All right, Kalitas. Go. No attacks. Kalitas Wars. Yeah, seeing the closer one stick for the next week sounds great. Yeah, I think there's some upside to that plan. Blood Chief's Thirst to get a zombie. Well, Kolaghan's Command. Get back Gargaroth. Kill the Reflection. Opponent gets to start making zombies, though. Not being able to kill this Kalitas is going to be a problem. Opponent passes. Oh, Infernal Grasp. That is the better of the grasps. I thought it was another Noxious Grasp, but I was getting sad. All right. Gargaroth, kill you. Here we come. No Kalitas for you either. Swing in everything about it. What do you got? Does some blocking. Incarnation Tribal. Ooh. Hey, what's up, Casey? How are you? Good to see you. Good to see ya. Cletus, the slack-jawed yokel. Y'all ever watch The Office? Remember The Office? The Office was pretty funny. I was thinking of The Office recently. There's been all this stuff about like documents with all the Trump stuff, like were the documents declassified. That's been the huge thing in the news. And the first thing I thought of when this came up with with the documents like apparently being classified, but no one knew they were declassified or something. Like that whole thing that everyone was talking about. It reminded me so much of Michael declaring bankruptcy. Do you remember that episode where Michael's like in financial trouble and he learns about bankruptcy and he just like walks into the office and just like yells bankruptcy? just yelled it. Bankruptcy. And Oscar was like, you can't just say bankruptcy and expect anything to happen. And Michael was like, well, I declared it. I didn't say it, I declared it. That show is actually pretty good. Nate Fennelly handing out the gift subs. Even I kind of want to rewatch Office now. It's been a long time since I've watched it, but I think The Office might actually still be funny. At least that scene was funny. Let's draw a card this time. Nate Fennelly handed out a bunch of gift subs to World Rage, Pluto's a planet, Vulture, it's not a planet though, Luke, and the Jolly Flying Man. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. Always Sunny's worth rewatching too. I've watched Always Sunny a couple of times, and it's really, really good. Honestly, with Always Sunny, it's kind of the reverse of a lot of shows. A lot of shows, well, it's a pretty good win. A lot of shows, they start off strong and then get weaker as they go along. I've noticed that pattern. Always Sunny, I feel like started off weak. I think until Frank got there, it was just not. It was not at its best. Like, not that it was bad, but it was not as good until Frank showed up. So I thought the first season was like one of its weaker seasons, and then it really like kicked into high gear once Frank came on. Did I miss donation? Oh, I missed two donations. I missed two donations. Deli Gush coming back in, $5 donation. I did tell her about the vat after, and she's all for it. We first got to put together playing MTG together. I'll see you there. Would be the best time to ask you to sign a card for me. If I see you there, when would be the best time to ask you to sign a card for me? Should I wait for you in between games? So Dagladash, I'm glad your wife is cool with the trip. That actually sounds, if your wife plays Magic and is into it, that sounds like an awesome honeymoon. That sounds like super sweet. So normally when it comes to events for Phyrexian Reclamation, what are we playing, Commander? Normally when it comes to events, feel free to just like tap me on the shoulder. Oh. All right, little Dash Channel action, eh? What is this fake card? Riveteer's Provocateur. 2-mana 3/1 Menace. ATBs, choose a creature card in your hand without Blitz. It perpetually gains Blitz, with its Blitz cost equal to its mana cost. That actually seems kind of sweet with Death Shadow effects. Sweet enough that we need to take it? Is this a real threat? I've never played against this card before. And also, so yeah, it sounds sweet. So yeah, at events, just feel free to tap me on the shoulder, come up and say hey. And even if I'm in the game, I'll just sign something for you. You don't got to stand there for an hour while we do a Commander game. I'm not sure. We haven't planned out the details of it yet as far as... we haven't planned out the the details yet as far as like, are we gonna have any like official times to meet up with people? We're still kind of figuring that out. So there might also be like certain times we're at a place to meet with people, but yeah, feel free to come up and say hello whenever you want to, and I'll sign your stuff for you. Oh, opponent blitzed it. Okay, interesting. Well, play the land. I guess we just Velky. Opponent loves that Your Go emote. I'll take the... yeah, I guess take the Death Shadow. Oh my god, opponent. Oh my god, opponent. You and your goes over there. Is it our go, chat? Is it our turn? Is it our go? Opponent kills a Velky, sure. Thankfully, our opponent's stuff does not currently have trample, which is good. We have lots of answers in our deck. We should be able to hopefully loot into them. Scourge of the Skyclave. Well, play the land. Season Pyromancer. Discard and discard. Is this Phyrexian Reclamation actually an issue? 2 mana, return a creature from a graveyard to your hand. That might actually be a problem. Do we have to kill Reclamation to keep them from getting this stuff back? That might actually be something we have to do here. Okay, or maybe our opponent's gonna get their stuff back already. Opponent goes to combat, gets and hits us. We will block. Ouch. Yeah, this Phyrexian Reclamation is actually insane here. Insane. Well, play the Proving Grounds. Fable the Mirror Breaker. No attacks. I think we're dying. We're dying to Death Shadow. You should redo Enduring Renewal or whatever the card is from the Fruity Pebbles deck. Would be curious if there's any updates. Ooh, yeah, that could be a good one to redo. That was a Fruity Pebbles, I think. Wow, what a draw. What a punt. Opponent got a little overexcited. Well, chump and chump, but this is not looking good. Opponent's just drawn a million massive things. And their fake cards are paying off. Yeah, this fake card seems pretty strong, actually. Well, discard Chandra. That does nothing. Discard Thoughts. Yeah, they just get it back if we Thought Seize. Discard, discard. I'll go to combat. Hit ya. Get a treasure. I don't know if we can actually close out this game through these 10-10s. Play a Tarmogoyf. This Phyrexian Reclamation, I think, is going to win our opponent the game. That's the card that we can't actually beat here. Oh, really? Well, kill the Scourge of the Skyclaves. Assassin's Trophy. We have a new donation. Vios, $5 donation. Hey, Sad, I'll come tap you on the shoulder and press a place that a Tron lands into your hand and slowly walk away without saying another word. I think I'd understand what that meant, technically. The Tron lands, I would get it. I would get it. You would want me to tear them up, right? And burn them. About it. The Shadow. Yeah, we're So this is disappointing me because I feel like we're losing to a not real Magic card. Like, this is perpetually actually doing things. I'll go to combat. Attack. Opponent takes their beats. Maybe we still get there. Opponent is at 2, and because of the treasures, we can get back this Pyromancer to block. Yeah, the thing that might be the last blitzing of the Death Shadow. Perpetually, I'm used to Perpetually not mattering, but this is a case where Perpetually was actually, like, super good. Phyrexian Reclamation, being able to blitz a Death Shadow and draw a card for 1 mana every turn is kind of bonkers. Like, that's kind of really good. Your go, opponent. Your go. Hey, Seth, no word on the end result. At least I know my work will get hold of me Friday. Unrelated, are you free Friday for any editing jobs just in case? Oh, yeah, Friday's probably going to be busy because we'll be doing spoilers. It'll be spoiler season finally. I think so. The theory about Liliana, I think it's true. I'm gonna say that's my prediction. Liliana's happening. I believe it. If you add the evidence together, I think it's happening. it didn't get previewed along with the rest of the cards, or like the name and art previewed or whatever. They said a reprinted popular Planeswalker was coming back. They almost put it in standard. Before. The reason, the new evidence is the stuff about like the art that they've spoiled and the flavor, which suggests it could be Liliana. I thought it was Karn Monday during the podcast, but I think things have changed. The reason that I didn't think Liliana was going to be the card when we talked about it earlier, well, for one thing, it's not like super associated with Dominaria to me. I don't associate it with Dominaria. For another thing, a couple of years ago, didn't Wizards put it in a set and then pull it because I thought it was too good? Maybe it's more than a couple years ago now. So that was the other thing that made me think it wouldn't be Lily. How busted would Liliana the Veil be? In Standard, it'll be fine. Like, even last time in Standard, it was fine. But would it be broken in Pioneer / Explorer / Historic? Maybe. I mean, the other thing is, Mono Black, yeah, it would definitely improve Mono Black. Do you think the Brothers' War will be between Urza and Mishra, or between Teferi and his brother that got completed by the Phyrexians during the invasion? Ooh. Well, I assumed it would be Urza and Mishra, but I guess I actually don't know that for sure. I mean, Krim's theory of the popular Planeswalker reprint that Mark Rosewater talked about not actually being a Planeswalker, but being a legendary card of a character that is a popular Planeswalker. I thought that was interesting. That seemed possible to me as well. Like, it's Teferi, but it's like OG creature Teferi or something. That would be the kind of like sneaky stuff that Mark Rosewater. We should read over. We didn't read over Mark Rosewater's hints. Oh my goodness, what does this do? Bank Job. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the bottom card of your library. You may cast that card this turn at the beginning of your end step. If the card is still in exile, put it in your graveyard and create it. Wow. I didn't even really bother to read most of the latest alchemy cards. These cards seem insane. So this is 3-mana enchantment. Draw an extra card each turn if you don't, well, not draw because it's going to exile, but generate a card worth of card advantage each turn. And if you don't use it, you ramp. That seems like a very powerful effect. We'll look at the Mark Rosewater thing in a minute. Now let's go to combat. Let's hit you with the Harvester. Here we are playing the fairest Magic. The fairest Magic in the world. Sure. Season Pyromancer. We're just going to try to kill him. Discard, make some tokens. Get some Tenacious D, opponent, land, and... Have I played with Jinx Choker? I have only played Jinx Choker in Commander. Alright, opponent, gonna run it all out. Passes. Now what? Well, cast a Lockwade. Kolaghan's Command. Is there a way we die? Can we win? What happens here? So we Kolaghan's Command, kill this. Hit you to 7. That's probably risky. Yeah, let's Tenacious Underdog pass. Yeah, I think we just gotta wait and kill stuff this turn, hopefully. Opponent. Going to the bank, hitting a Scourge of the Skyclaves, which is actually... This card's bonkers. Does Tarmogoyf cost more in paper Magic than on Arena? Maybe not anymore. Tarmogoyf used to be super expensive, but I don't think it is. Oh, what's your message, Sushi? Also, well, I haven't seen it yet. Sometimes there's just a delay, and then it'll end up popping up in a in a couple minutes, so that's also possible. All right, opponent. More provocateuring combat. Wow. Oh, now we should win, right? 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. Four, 8, 9, 10, 11. Is there a way we died? Did they play a land? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, let's just block one of them. Block one, take our beads. Tap land. Stop the Knight of the Eben Legion. Opponent draws a card. So if we attack with everything, opponent blocks 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I guess I could hit a swamp here. No, we got to go for it. Assassin's Trophy, Scourge of the Skyclave. No swamp, fatal push, please. Oh, scoops it up. All right. Oh, you got him. Hey, what's up, dude, bro, man guy? How are you? All right, let me see if I can find Mike Rosewater's teaser. Dominaria, United. All right, here it is. We've been talking about this, but we haven't actually looked at it together. So we get this. Your go, opponent. Your go indeed. So we get spoilers Thursday. That is the start of everything. We find out about next year's sets. We get to find out about all Dominaria United. We get to find out about everything. But here's our little taste from Mark Rosewater, giving us his little sneak peek. So here's a teaser. This is Dominaria United stuff. Here's some things you can expect. A new evergreen counter. I don't even know what would that be. So +1, +1, -1, -1. They're already evergreen. An ability counter, some sort of charge counter, I think, is evergreen. I don't know. It's got to be something I assume that exists, but a popular Planeswalker gets a reprint. Probably Liliana. I'm leaning towards Liliana at this point. Ooh, Poisonous. Ooh. A card that grants poison. That would work together. A card that grants poison and a new evergreen counter. I like it. I think that could be possible. A blue card would destroy all creatures. I'm guessing this is a mass polymorph effect. I don't think they're just going to give us a mono blue Wrath. I do think it could be like destroy all creatures, polymorph for each of them. A 5 mana value creature that can be a 10/10. I mean, that's a lot of stats for 5 mana. Jeez, it's Jace Living Guild pack. The original Weatherlight Crew, 3 of them are in the set. An ability word that didn't start as an ability word. An ability word that didn't start as an ability word returns. I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what they're saying there. A new artifact with Lotus in the name. This has got to be one of the most exciting hints. Although the card might be really bad. It's possible. Ooh, creatures with domain. Because they weren't ability words to begin with. That would make a lot of sense. Wrath of God. This one makes me wonder, because down here it says where X is the number of legendary creatures you control. I wonder if that could be the Lotus. Like, we talked about this on the podcast a little bit. With a 2 mana Lotus, or no, let's say a free Lotus. Let's say it's literal Black Lotus. 0 mana, crack it, add mana equal to the number of legendary creatures you control. Mana maybe equal to their colors or equal to whatever. You choose a color. Would that be busted? It wouldn't be a Black Lotus. Like, it would definitely be safer than a Black Lotus, but it might still be pretty strong. Phyrexian Lotus using life points for mana. Ooh, even that would be busted though, right? A rare cycle of +1/+1 granting lords. That's classic stuff. A card that grants poison. Lotus. A character player's been requesting to get a card, gets a card for years, finally gets one. Rules text snippets. As long as the enchanted creature is legendary. Whatever. You may exile instant sorcery card with mana value X or less from among them. maybe some sort of like collected conjuring style effect. It's got to be like, look at so many cards, exile one of them, cast it, something like that. Exile each non-land permanent, mana value 2 or less, like a little wrath for many things. Enchantment creatures you control. Interesting to see more enchantment creature support. If X is 3 or less, for each opponent who doesn't, that player loses 2 life and you draw a card. Instant or sorcery mana value 1 or 2, pay any amount of mana. Vehicles you control have crew 1. That's kind of a cool line of text. Legendary creatures, types, honestly, not a ton to see here. The ones that stand out to me are Lotus. What is the Lotus and what is the Returning Planeswalker? Those are the most exciting ones. Safer than Black Lotus is a low bar, that is true. The vehicle thing will be the Golden Argos. So what are you expecting from the set? Oh, Raven Man. Is Raven Man confirmed? Black or Lotus? We already have Black or Lotus from an unset too. All right, let's see if we can keep junning him out. So far we have been successful in our junning. It's working. Tarmogoyf, maybe still good. Perhaps. In some ways, as much as alchemy cards can be a Blackest Lotus, but then where do they go from there? What happens when they need to make another one? Once you're Est, there's no further you can go. Well, let's play some tap lands. And so it's probably Raven Man. What? So I actually don't know much about Raven Man. What is Raven Man and why should I care? What is a Raven Man? What is Raven Man's importance to Magic? I have no idea. I feel like I should know that this is a thing that everyone else knows, but oh, it's Limb Duel. Okay. Oh, interesting. Opponent, pathway, and Doomed Traveler. I think we just kill this now while our opponent can't use it. Yeah, let's stomp the Unlucky Witness. Good luck casting those cards this turn, opponent. Well, land and Fable of the Meowbreaker. Yes, it's got to be some sort of sack deck. It's got to be like Mardu Sack. There's got to be Mayhem Devils or Yogs or something. I mean, so if Raven Man is connected to Liliana, that would kind of make... Actually, maybe we need that to get rid of a Mayhem Devil. That would make the Liliana the Veil returning make more sense to me because... I mean, I guess we could choose not to discard cards. Is this hand just so good we don't discard cards? I like the idea of getting to... You know what? We're not going to discard cards. We're going to Thoughtseize our opponent. Get rid of a Mayhem Devil, hopefully. Omnixilus, claim the Firstborn, Rite of Oblivion. Well, take Ob. Play the land. Go attacking. Get a treasure. I mean, I think we're in ramp to Velky mode and trust that our opponent hopefully won't be able to beat it. Although we do got to get rid of the Rite of Oblivion. Opponent, Ob, Rite of Oblivion. Yeah, play the Goyf. Go. And it seems like if the set's going to be about Liliana, they want to make a good Liliana, and it doesn't get much better than Liliana the Veil. Like, that is as good as Liliana's get. About it. Sack. So it's not like they can build a new Liliana that's better, most likely, or that they'd want to. Opponent, Ob. Down to 13. Now flip the Saga. Attack the Big Ob. Opponent chumps. Bone Crusher Giant. Go. Alright, opponent. Do your worst. They should be able to have a good turn. Yeah, with this claim the firstborn. Are we losing to Ob? Is Ob a real card? It feels like it's been forever since we've had a good squee. The last squee was a little disappointing. I would honestly love... Oh, what do you think about Dominaria Remastered? What do you think that set's going to be? I feel like Dominaria Remastered could be one of the sweetest sets of 2023. Although, whether or not it actually will be remains to be seen. Alright, we take our beats. We take our beats again, very painfully. Opponent goes to combat. Opponent goes attacking. Hits us down to 6. Not a lot of life. And then, obviously, Rite of Oblivion on the Tarmogoyf. Get rid of something. Alright, gets the reflection. Sure. Well, Fatal Push the Dork. We gotta get rid of these obs, or these obs are going to beat us. So we drop to 5. Oh, losing the treasure means we're forever away from this Valky, but it must be done. Kill them both. Exile Rite of Oblivion. Obs down. Not dead yet. Not dead yet. The remaster set could probably be where Teferi Hero of Dominaria gets reprinted. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I really want... Oh... The last Squee literally broke the game. What are you talking about? Wait, was Squee broke the game? Squee the Immortal? How did Squee the Immortal break the game? Squee the Immortal is a card that I've never seen played anywhere. I don't know if we ever even played it anywhere. 3 mana, 2/1 legend, can cast it from your graveyard or from exile. So as long as you keep paying the mana, it can keep coming back, but Ob returns. Well, Hive of the Eye Tyrant. I guess we just keep doing this. Kill the Ob. Exile in Ob. Liliana of Terrible Secrets. 3 loyalty, 3 black, +1 create a 2/2 black zombie creature token, +1 lose a life. Look at the top 2 cards of your library, put one in the hand, put the other in the graveyard. -6 target player sacrifices 6 permanents. Is that your prediction? That would be pretty sweet. Well, kill the Yogg. So opponent is a Yogg sack deck. All right, Sax draws pings. Sure. I mean, if we can get down Tibble on an empty board, that should be game, right? Even if 4 life, Tibble is so good. So good. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's true. You can use it with Food Chain. There are synergies that you can use with Squee for sure. That's probably greedy, but we're gonna do it. All right, go to combat. Attack, hit ya. Treasure. 7 mana achieved. That means it's Tibalt time, and not the bad one. Opponent. Well, take up. Draw some cards. Pass the... Fable the Mirror Breaker gets us, doesn't it? Doom Traveler. And... another Obnixilis. Opponent's drawn so many obs. They've drawn so many obs. Alright, 2 more obs. Opponent. Well, we gotta discard. I don't know if we can overcome this number of obs, actually. We don't have lethal anymore. Opponent. Down to 2. Tap land. Kalitas. Flip it. Alright. Tick up Tybalt. Oh, that 1 life might matter. Claim the firstborn. The token. This has 4 loyalty. Okay. Combat. Kill you. Kill you. Obs down.
Not worth the effort.
Abiding grace. Tarmogoyf. Gain a life up to 3 past the turn. Abiding grace. That doesn't matter, right? That I'm gonna get to make a blocker. Is that enough? Does that save our opponent? Gets in, hits us. Oh, we get to ultimate? Oh, this turn's gonna be sweet. Boom. Tybalt, ultimate it. And now the ob's on the other foot. The ob is on the other foot. We will take that unlucky witness. We will take that claim the firstborn. Grab the spirit. We'll go to combat. We'll smack you a smidge. And... Whoo! Hey, what's up, Dolphgrim? How are you? Good to see you. Opponent down to 1. Well, opponent. Opponerino. Do we have a plan for you? Ob. Casualty. Oh. Yeah, the Goyf, excuse me, got a little smaller because of that ultimate. Scree the Immortal in Ixalan's Binding was what broke the rules. They had to change the rules, and that rule change affected more than you'd think. That's why you couldn't Walking Ballista for more than X2 with Luris. Wait, what was... Hang on a second. How did Squee work with... I'm gonna just have to Google this. Squee and Ixalan's Binding. So I figured the Ixalan's Binding could get rid of Squee the Immortal, but according to Cranial Insertion, that's not the case. The doesn't cast this restriction of Ixalan Binding wouldn't be considered until later in the casting process. Oh, I see. So the problem was you could cast Squee from under Ixalan's Binding. I still don't know if that does that make Squee a good card? Just because I had a weird rules quirk, I don't know if that makes it good. I would still like to see a playable Squee, a Squee that actually had an impact, because Squee's a pretty iconic and cool character, but it would be sweet to have a playable one. Even the original one, bouncing back to your hand, I feel like there's more uses. I think the problem is that Cast from Exile is just, we've seen that before on things, so it's not as impactful as it perhaps used to be, at least for me. I feel like it's not as exciting as it was a while ago. This is probably not the best Thoughtseize matchup. How do we... I feel like we've sideboarded out Thoughtseize a lot, which it might just be wrong. Maybe, okay. Maybe we keep some. The obs were good. The obs were legit good. I don't like that. Alchemy Squee perpetually changes your hand into Squee. I feel like if they're going to do Alchemy, they got to go further. They got to go further. It doesn't go far enough. That's the problem. I want to play a Tarmogoyf and have all my opponent's lands turn into a Tarmogoyf or something. Like, come on, Wizards. If you're gonna deal with the downside of alchemy, which is people disliking it, at least give us some upside of just really weird over the top stuff. What if Ski was just Oko who transformed himself? Ooh, that's a good theory. Who knows? I mean, who knows who Squee is? Squee could be anyone. Could even be a boat. All right, Thaw sees you. All right, opponent's gonna sack to draw in response. Okay, well that's good. That lets us see more cards, so appreciated. Unlicensed hers. Well, I mean, I guess we'll take the death. Our opponent's hand is so bad. Opponent's hand is not doing much of anything. Pass the turn. I mean, like, there's some wild Hearthstone cards. Like Yogg-Saron? I think Yogg-Saron's the one I'm thinking of. Oh, yeah, it's so, like, stuff like this. If we're gonna do alchemy, do it all the way. Yogg-Saron, ETB, cast a random spell for each spell you've cast this game. Targets are chosen randomly. We haven't seen anything that's, like, close to that from alchemy, right? What do you think about this theory? So obviously the reason that alchemy was so disliked was the economy was a big one and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, Tarmogoyf's not going to be great this game because of unlicensed Hearst. Still, I think worth running out. But do you think it would have been better received if it wasn't so normal? Like, so many of the cards that we have from alchemy are essentially just, like, very slight twists on paper cards. There's not too many that are like, wow, we've never seen anything like this before. This is the craziest thing we've ever seen. We haven't had any cards like that. They've been pretty meh. Like, as far as how out there they are compared to paper cards. They're like, most of them, when people read them, they're like, oh, this could be a paper card. Like, change a word and it would be a paper card. Like, that's been the response to a lot of them. So if they exile, I guess this is fine. Well, get in there, Goyf. Doing your best, even in 2022. I mean, that doesn't fix the issues with the economy or any of that kind of stuff. Like, that's still gonna be there. That's not going away. People complain that they're too normal. People complain that they're too crazy. Yeah. I mean, the alchemy issues are just overarching, or not the alchemy, the economy issues, I think, are the overarching problem, really. Like, when it comes down to it, like, that's kind of what just really does matter. Normal, not normal, regardless. We can't let them just keep sacking this Lucky Witness. Or this Doom Traveler. And this Hearse is big. We'll go to combat. Attack, yeah. Maybe they block with the Hearse? You know, This is actually like a tough spot. So I keep getting their stuff back. Yeah, I guess we Fable the Mirror Breaker. That's probably our best bet. Fable the Mirror Breaker. Play the tap lad. Pass the turn. Hey, what's up, Devin? How are you? Good to see you. Yeah, they did not have the crewing of 2, so they couldn't have blocked. I don't think we want to attack anyway, because they just draw the cards. I think we need to make them... What we need is our opponent to get both of these 1-drops on the battlefield, so we can Anger the Gods them all away. That's what we would like to happen. Either that or we draw one of our unlicensed Hearse to get rid of them. Okay. Kill stuff. Finally got rid of that removal spell that'll apparently never go away. Opponent. Passes. So they can exile... They can exile a creature and kill the Goyf? Looks like they're not going to do it, though. Opponent going to get something back. Oh. All right, there we go. Kalitas. You know what's good against what our opponent's doing? That would be Kalitas. Okay. Now we just need removal. That's all we need is some removal, and we can Kalitas our way to this win. The overlay isn't on. Really? It's not working? I have it up. Why? It should be working. Thank you, Reindeering, but I don't know why it's not working. About it. Hey, what's up, Lynx? Good to see you, good to see you. Okay. Curse Mountain Witch. Gets in. Well, we can teach our opponent a little bit about Kalitas. Yeah, that's not gonna go how you were hoping, opponent. Not at all. Oh, opponent. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes it can be weird, but it is up, so yeah, oops indeed. Cletus coming through. Opponent plays the land. So what everyone do this weekend? Anyone do anything exciting? Abiding Grace. Oh boy. Well, play a land. This Tarmogoyf is not looking great. Krezawax! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super chat for you. Thank you. Ooh, did a cube advance? How was it? Was it like a legacy cube, vintage cube? Writing music. Ooh, what do you play, Rucker? So this is 4, 5. Yeah, let's just get him with the goblin, I think. Get a treasure. We would like to bait our opponent into turning on Unlicensed, and then this anger just is going to clean up. Opponent not taking the bait. Huh. I'm so tempted to still just do it. Yeah, that seems okay. Let's sack the zombie. Is it gotta be worth it? Sack the zombie. Grow Kalitas. Anger the gods. This was the worst Goyf. This was a Goyf doing literally nothing. Ooh, that sounds sweet, Rucker. Oh, computer question. So, let's say you had a really old hard drive, like a 10-year-old hard drive that was not in a computer, and you needed to get stuff off of it, like old pictures and songs. What's the best way of doing that? Okay, opponent turned on the hearse. Interesting choice, sure. Opponent's making some very unique decisions with their with their cards. Very, very strange. Is there any trick to that? Like, is there a way? Do you have to like open up your computer and try to like? Is that the way you got to do it? Try to just like stick it in there. Opponent. Nixless makes a devil. Sure. 10 years old is nothing. Oh, okay. That's good to know. All right. Well, you gotta go. Oh, actually, Oh yeah, this is fine. Go to combat. Kill Ob. Hit our opponent. And this seems to be going well. Kalitas seems like a pretty strong card. USB cable would be nice. It would be nice not to have to take the hard drive out of a working computer to do it. 2012. I want to say that's when Abzan Restored released. I'm pretty sure. It's in the Magic world. It's so ridiculous. I don't know if y'all feel this way too, but whenever I think about sets, I think about like Theros, and it feels like it was like not that long ago. Whenever my brain thinks about Theros, it's like, oh yeah, that a recent Magic set. But then I actually like look up when Theros came out, or I stumble across the date when I'm researching something. I'm like, oh wait, no, you have to be. You have to be. Innistrad was 2011. Original Innistrad was 11 years ago. That can't be right. There's no way. There's no way. That does not sound correct. But it is. It's true. The time just flies by. But Theros is what, 2013 or something? It's been almost 10 years. Return to Ravnica, 2012. It feels like that just happened. It's kind of mind blowing. Original, that was a very good era of Magic. Out of the times I've been playing, I think that was one of the best eras of Magic. All right, go after the Yogg. Opponent's gonna crew, certainly. Yogg, are you sacking the hearse? That seems greedy, perhaps deadly. All right, Yogg down. Go to combat. Attack, yeah. Yeah, we're gonna attack anyway. Attack, yeah. Oh no. Oh yeah, I guess we're good. I was thinking we might have punted, but yeah, there's only one card in each graveyard, and they can't exile one from each, so we're fine. We're fine. Oh, guys, this ain't draft. Remember the Delver deck in that era of Standard? That deck was so good. There were some strong decks back then. It would be interesting to see how they would compete against current decks. Well, if you're not going to block, we'll hit you, gain some life. Yeah, run out Tenacious D, past the turd. Kringlemeister, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super, thank you. Thank ya. So what are you hoping for in 2023? That's the other thing that we're learning on this stream on Thursday. We know a little bit. We know there's 4 sets connected to the current story arc. So Dominaria United, Brothers War, 2 unnamed sets coming out at the beginning of next year. So we know that's happening. That part is known. Are we going to go back to Mirrodin? We got to go back to Mirrodin, right? That's got to be where we're heading. There's no way we're not going back to New Phyrexia / Mirrodin. It's got to be. About it makes a devil. This opponent is very, very talented at drawing obs. I will give them credit for that. Lucid with the $3 donation. Hey Seth, I saw a study that explained how people's perception of time changed with fewer novel experiences. Not to say bad experiences, but less novel. Theros was around when you started goldfishing. Starting a steady job might have changed your perception of time. Cool. But that steady job is just playing Magic. Does that count? Does that actually count? But that is around when I started playing Magic. When are you guys bringing back Goat Magic? Actual Goat Magic? I don't know. Thank you again for the donation, Lucid. Yeah, I think that probably is true. Actual Goat Magic, that I don't know. But I just did that video with Phil that was similar, kind of a similar structure, playing against each other. So more of that stuff, I think, is a pretty realistic possibility. An opponent gains a life. We draw. These Goyfs have been so bad. So bad. So does this mean we lose now? Is that where we're at? They got a Yogg. This can block. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that video was super fun. So more of that seems like a possibility. Go Magic itself might be tricky. Just Richard with the kid and the website. I'm not sure Richard has the time right now to commit to doing me and him doing a series like that. Oh, I'm glad you liked it, Andy Floss. Oh, fire up Hive of the Eye Tyrant. Yawgmoth's really good here. Opponent in the tank. Hey, what's up, Gremlin? How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Oh, you adopted a cat. Ooh, that's awesome. How did you end up adopting a cat? Had you been thinking about it for a while, or did it just sort of you got the inspiration one day and just went for it? Well, everything in our opponent. Exile the Ob. A favorite banned card. Ooh, what format? If it's any format, it's probably Upheaval, which is banned in Commander. If it's modern, ooh. If it's modern, let me look at the modern ban list. Am I missing something? I mean, I enjoyed Birthing Pod quite a bit. Is there anything else that I really enjoyed that's on the modern ban list? There's a decent amount of stuff that I think should be unbanned, but even the stuff I think that should be unbanned, it's not because I necessarily think it's fun. Like Blazing Shoal, I think should be unbanned, but that's not because Blazing Shoal is like some super fun card. I just don't think it's that powerful anymore. Oh, I mean, favorite, probably Simian Spear Guide, for sure. Like that, yes, definitely. But not because Simian Spear Guide itself is so good, but because it allowed me to play... It allowed me to play Blood Moon on turn 1. That's all I really care about. Alright, so opponent kills our Tenacious D. So this has been a long, grindy game. Opponent. I pulled Upheaval in a recent set, and it was super sad. Couldn't jam in my Blue EDH deck. I mean, it's necessarily banned. Like, it would be so broken. Still don't really understand why SSG, Simian Spear Guide, was mad. That is really Velky's fault. Actually, really Cascade Spell's fault, but yeah, that's the real issue. Well, we'll sack. We'll go the Kalitas. We'll hit our opponent to 4. Actually, to 1. And right about it. They did not use the Hearse to get rid of the Tenacious D. It didn't get banned because of Chalice and Blood Moon. Like, it was fine in prison. I don't think that Simian Spear Guide was on the watch list until Velky Cascade became a thing. I don't know if you remember, there was a video of it. It might have been a stream. I don't remember if it was a stream or a YouTube video, but there's a video of us getting Tibble on turn 1 thanks to Cascade Spells and Simian Spirit Guide, and that was not a thing that happened infrequently. Like, literally turn 1 that's pretty fast, but the extra mana really was broken with the Cascade Spells, but that's because Cascade is a broken mechanic. I think it's a little unfair that Simian Spirit Guide gets targeted for the brokenness of Cascade, which is just it's a busted mechanic. I would like some updates on the Netflix show. Now that they'll make the 2023 lineup. Yeah, I wonder if we'll get some. I wonder if we'll actually ever get the Netflix show. We just watched last week. We watched that promo for the D&D movie. So we know that Wizards as a company has the ability to get movies, TV shows of their properties made. Wow. GG to you, opponent. GG to you. Food time. Boo. Oh, bulgogi. Bulgogi. Korean barbecue beef with Asian spices and flavorings like soy sauce, garlic, sesame seed, green onions chopped finely, served in a burrito as a fusion dish. Not a traditional Korean barbecue dish, but I like the ease of portability and eating it. Ooh. I don't know if I've ever had bulgogi. That does sound good, though. Steve Wavy, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much. Speaking of Siege Rhino, I mean, I think we learned that Jund is good. We went undefeated with Jund. Oh, no. Do we even want to open these? Do we even want them in our collection? The real questions. Hey, what's up, Tarmogoyfs? Big Soup Trivia, thank you. All right, steak question. How do you like your, assuming you're a meat eater, how do you take your steaks? As far as cooking, I don't know. I had my little brother's leaving for college, so I had my little brothers over, and we barbecued steaks. It's a pretty interesting question, philosophical question. Medium. I do not like it to be bloody. I think it's got to be cooked. Some people like it really rare. I cannot do the really rare thing. The really rare thing, it kind of grosses me out. I love that I spent literal money donating and explaining what a rice ball is in the last stream in the podcast, and you didn't know what it was. Oh, I'm sorry, Magikarp. So much we'll do one more Jund game, and then we'll try rights. Is rare steak safe? Like, when you see somebody eat a really rare steak that's all, like, bloody and uncooked looking, I don't know, isn't there a reason people cook their food? Yeah, Soulherder is definitely a sweet card. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. Oh, I'm glad you do, Magikarp. Where saves? Oh, but does it taste good? I guess that's the real question. As long as the outside is cooked. That doesn't make any sense to me. So as long as the outside is cooked, then it's fine. Hearts, you're the outside. And that gets rid of anything that could be harmful? Huh. Well, that's good. Maybe I'll try rare steak someday. Steak should be solid, so cooked that the layer on the outside gets rid of the bacteria. But the inside is okay to be softer or like whatever, not cooked. Jaguar! Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. One of these decks. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. It's ninjas. Big scoop for you. Thank you. All right. Well, that's cool. I thought it was going to be mono blue annoyingness, but ninjas is cool. All right. Blood Tithe Harvester, go. All right, Goyf. You gotta save us from these ninjas, Goyf. Happy Tuesday to you, Jaguar. Even the rarest and reddest of steaks is actually bloodless. Instead, what you're looking at is a combination of water, which makes up 75% of the meat, and proteins found in muscles called myoglobin. Ooh. Well, if it's not blood, then what's the point? I'm not interested anymore. That's a big ingenious infiltrator, that's for sure. Our Tarmogoyf has nothing in the graveyard. Well, all right, Fable the Mirror Breaker, go. And yeah, I guess we kill the master. Get some stuff in the graveyard for Goyf. Pass the turn. Oh. Well, it actually makes me more likely to eat a rare steak knowing that it's not blood. It's just hemoglobin. That's not gross at all. Soulherder Cocoa Sweet. We haven't played Soulherder in a while. We're about due for some soul herding, I think. Opponent. Many cards in hand. Going to, wow, phase out the token. Okay, so we get this back bigger and better than ever? Okay. I don't know what our opponent's doing over there. Well, we will discard 2 cards. Draw some cards. Go to combat. Attack. You get a treasure. How do we stop an ingenious infiltrator, though? I don't know if it's possible. It is unbeatable. Soulherder is on Arena. Now play the land. Blood Tithe Harvester Part 2. Tarmogoyf. And... Alright. So opponent does have counters. Pass the turn. Liquidy protein doesn't sound that much better than blood, though. As far as how appetizing it is, I don't know if liquidy protein sounds that delicious. How about it? Taking our Valky? They might have to take Valky because we're not that far away from casting the Tibalt side. And the Tibalt side's kind of bonkers. I mean, you can go Panharmonicons and Muldrifters and whatnot. Opponent's putting so much effort into getting in with this ingenious infiltrator. And it's kind of working, although we're sort of winning the damage race at the moment. And the treasure race. Opponent, land. It is annoying how many cards our opponent's been able to draw. Speaking of rare meats, have you heard of tiger meat sandwiches? It's a Midwestern thing. No. What is a tiger meat sandwich? I actually don't know what that is. Fable of the Mirror Breaker comes down. Go to combat. Attack, attack. Make a treasure. Opponent going to block. Drop to 8. Well, let's discard a Stomping Grounds, draw a card. Action. It's not actually Tiger, right? There's no way it can actually be Tiger. Yeah, let's Thoughtseize. Down to 8, take a peek. Oh, I'm super hyped for Braids. I just hope it's got to be miserable. It's got to be like a miserable Staxy piece. If it's not a miserable Staxy piece, then what is the point even? Well, we'll take the Infiltrator. Pass the turn. Opponent taps. If it's not like sacrificing or messing with lands, I'm going to be very sad. I feel like that would just like kind of defeat the purpose of it. So I'm actually nervous about them bringing Braids back for that reason. That I'm afraid they're going to bring it back and it's just not going to be cool, exciting, awesome Braids. It's going to be like some watered down 2020 Braids. It's a sandwich with raw ground beef and raw egg. Oh, oh boy, that's, yeah, opponent's hitting the stuff to go with their Foundry, and opponent might be winning now. Those were really good draws. This becomes a 4/4. They get to run their stuff out. Opponent whiffs with a Thoughtseize. I mean, that's the power of drawing like 3 extra cards every turn. Good things tend to happen when you draw that many extra cards each turn. Well, discard. Draw. So opponent has 1 blocker, 2 blockers, 3 blockers. We copy this. We turn on this. Oh, I feel like there's a way we can win, but I'm missing it. But maybe that's not true. Oh, this can also make a blocker. That is true. Good things happen to those who draw cards. It was a different land, I believe. We discarded one of them, so it was a different one. Now let's, Blood token, discard the land. I think we gotta wait. I think next turn's gonna be the, oh, Chandra. All right, pass the turn. Next turn's the turn we're going to go for it. I don't know if it'll be enough, but we're going to try pass the turn. So we can Assassin's Trophy something. We can copy something with reflections. Opponent untaps. Opponent. Wow, main phase. Pay it all to draw a card. What about Rocky Mountain oysters? Have you ever had Rocky Mountain oysters? Those were a thing when I lived in Colorado, like out in the mountains. Those I would also not eat. No. Not for me. Opponent gets it. It says. Let's make a token. Kill a blocker. Untap with 1,000,000 tokens. Oh, you're taking the Metalwork Punch deck? Sweet. That deck's super sweet. Okay, so can we win? One, two, three, four. 1, 2. All right, go to combat. Do some attacking. I mean, we have 2 reflections of Kiki Jiki. Go attacking. Make some treasure. See what our opponent does. I'd like to know the history behind Rocky Mountain oysters. Yeah, me too. I want to know how that ever became a thing. Like, who was the person that was like, oh, this is going to be delicious? You know, there was someone someday actually had that thought. Opponent goes to 4. Well, we'll play Chandra. We'll kill Spectral Sailor. Seasoned Pyromancer. Draw some cards. And I think maybe we're getting there. Play the land, pass the turn. Opponent's got a 4/4, but that's it. That's all. Opponent untaps. Our board is big. They're at 4. We're at 5. We got blockers to survive. Can they find a way through? The answer is no. And our opponent scoops it up. So what's the most disgusting food? What is the worst food you could possibly eat? Is there something worse than Rocky Mountain oysters? How did Rocky Mountain oysters get their name? Why are they called Rocky Mountain oysters? Surprisingly, the name bull testicles didn't really take off. So when they became prominent in the Rocky Mountain, prominent. How did they become prominent? That's what blows my mind. Like the name, okay, like the name, whatever, but how did that become a thing that many people did? When they took off, they took it from the Canadian version of these delicacies, which were called prairie oysters. There's got to be something worse. There's got to be something worse than that. Anchovies is definitely a low tier. Hikari is the worst food ever. Fermented shark? Huh? That's a thing people eat. Fermented. I can see eating a shark, but fermented? Anything with fermented in it is off to a bad start. A human? Yeah, I mean, human would probably be pretty bad. Snails. Yeah, I don't think I could do snails. What is haggis? I feel like I should know what haggis is, but I don't. Oh, anchovies are crazy good? No, you gotta be kidding. Are you really? Already? Do you actually like them? Every once in a while I meet someone who likes anchovies, and my first thought is they're trolling me, but then some of them are actually genuine. I am Batman85. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. Yeah, every once in a while there's actually a genuine A genuine anchovy fan. There are dozens of us. I'm not one of them, though. I eat a full can per week, not kidding, with mozzarella cheese. Ooh. If you're just making a list of stuff that people are gonna bring for you to eat at MTG 30, I probably should have thought that through more, shouldn't I have? Yeah, I didn't really consider that this might be the kind of list that I don't want to be generating. This hand looks pretty good now. Huh. Yeah, let's kill the one drop. The safest way to not get ninjutsu'd is to play it like Infect. Just get him out of the battlefield. Dylan Hunter for the 35th month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup to you. Thank you. Thought sees you. Opponent. Let's get rid of those ninjas. All right, opponent spell pierces. Well, we thought sees the spell pierce, essentially. Let's do it again. No hacking for you. Go. Oh, I don't even like meatloaf. Meatloaf to me is a bad burger. Like, I've never understood, if you have ground beef, you have the potential to make a very delicious cheeseburger. Why would you downgrade by turning it into meatloaf? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's extra work, extra ingredients, and a worse end product. That's you might think I'm joking, but that's actually not a joke. I actually those are my actual feelings on meatloaf. Sloppy Joes I do kind of like. I know Sloppy Joes are a little bit of a meme, but they actually are not bad. I haven't had them in so long, but I used to like them. Huh. I feel like we've done a lot of discarding of Tarmogoyfs with this deck. Let's discard the Anger of the Gods. So I can sack that to make a 1/1. Yeah, whatever. I mean, we're trying to get to the Chandra. That's where this is headed. Get in with the Goblin. Opponent. I'm going to block, sack, upgrade. Sure. I mean, meatloaf is not like anchovies or something. It's not like gross. But it's not as good as it could be. I'll play a Tarmogoyf. And go. Well, next turn we get Chandra. Oh man, I hadn't thought about Sloppy Joes in forever. I haven't even thought about them in so long. Yeah, me either. Remember the Adam Sandler song? Remember when Adam Sandler is actually like, so I live in the middle of nowhere in upstate New York, and Adam Sandler is actually like 20 minutes away making a movie, apparently. It probably won't be a good movie because I feel like it's been a while since Adam Sandler's made a good movie, but apparently he's in town. My little brother was talking to me and said he was going actually really crazy story. So my little brother, I guess it's not that crazy. We live in the middle of nowhere in upstate New York. My little brother is from around here as well. He has friends that he played basketball with from here, who their uncle just happens to be Shooter McGavin. I actually don't know his real name. He's just Shooter McGavin from Happy Gilmore. So he was talking to me a couple days ago over the weekend, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm going to go out. I'm gonna hang out with Shooter McGavin, and I think Adam Sandler might be coming because he's in town. And apparently, I don't know, Adam Sandler and Shooter are still friends ever since Billy Madison, or Happy Gilmore rather. So that was interesting. That's a lot of excitement for the middle of nowhere in upstate New York. Normally you don't have big time celebrities like Shooter McGavin in town. Although I do think it's been a while since Adam Sandler's made a good movie. I'll take it up. Give you the emblem. The Shooter McGavin. I mean, I'm assuming he's other things too. But that's the only thing I've actually ever seen him do, I think. So yeah, to me, he's just Shooter McGavin. Hey Seth, glad to see the stream today. I really need a distraction in my life since my girlfriend broke up with me. Rain K. I'm sorry to hear that. That's always super hard to go through breakups. Well, hopefully things will be feeling better and improve. And the community's here for you. I'm here for you. So I'm glad you got a place to come hang out at least. No attacks. I feel like couldn't they have made a 4/4 and blown us out? They can sack a Thopter. So they make a 4/4 whenever they want to. So if we attack, we end up trading Goyf for a Thopter, essentially. Opponent gets and hits us. The problem for our opponent here is we can do things with this Chandra. We'd even kill the Founder if we need to. And they're emblemed. Oh, opponent. Oh, they're... the Outcast survives, doesn't it? Okay, so... how do we do this? So we make another Goyf. Copy Goyf. Tick down Chandra. Kill a bunch of stuff. Opponent gets to keep the Changeling. The Changeling does survive. I think this should work out though. So opponent gets a 4/4. We get some huge... this is Goyf at its finest. Maelstrom pults it. Get rid of the token. Attack you for 12. Come on, Goyfs. Come on, Goyfs. Pig ya. Down to 4. Between the Goyfs and the emblems, we might be getting there, opponent. I'm surprised we don't have Emblem Hate yet. I thought we were going to get it a while ago. Like, it kind of surprises me. The fact that we haven't gotten Emblem Hate yet makes me think it's not happening. Any hopes for Dominaria? My hopes for Dominaria are super high. Dominaria and Brothers War are the two sets that I've been waiting on ever since they were announced like a year ago. I think we're heading into a GOAT Magic year, honestly. I think this is going to be like... oh, I think it's going to be so good. So I have very high hopes that this set's going to be good, that the whole next year is going to be good, that they're really going to nail it. Could it end up being disappointed? Sure, but I don't think they'll mess it up. It's the 30th anniversary. It's Dominaria. The one thing that does make me nervous is that lair drop. That lair drop. Wizards. Why would that lair drop be for Magic 30? My theory is, and I'm curious if you agree with this theory, my theory is that lair drop was just going to be a normal lair drop, and they decided they wanted to drop to sell at Magic 30. Like, is there any argument for this little Geary like rice ball thing? Is there any connection to Magic 30 or Magic's history? Am I missing something? Because I don't know much about this character. I don't know the culture of it. I don't know the history of it. So I could be missing something. If I am though, I'd like to learn. To me, it feels like this was just going to be a normal lair drop, and they're like, hey, like, let's, pull it out of the lair drop rotation and sell it as a, wow, another win. Undefeated with Jund. This deck's kind of crushing it. Well, I mean, it's a lair drop for a Magic 30 event, which, for its flaws, is supposed to celebrate the history of Magic. Like, that's kind of the gimmick. So I would think, like, remember the promos they announced? And I'm glad that they're promos, but they announced they were doing... Yeah, basically, I would think it'd be more history, but they announced those promos that they're giving away through local game stores, where they're doing like a promo for each year, and some of them are in other languages, like the German Findhorn elves. That to me feels very Magic 30. Like that's celebrating anniversary, reflecting on the past, looking back on it. To me, something like that would actually that would make sense to me as a Magic 30 Secret Lair drop. The Rice Ball one, like I don't think it's a bad layer drop. I have nothing against the Rice Ball, but it feels like just any other layer drop. Yeah, if you can compare it with the SDCC Planeswalkers, or even just random old border cards, it feels really, I don't know. Actually, you know what? Let's try Abzan Rights. Let's see if it'll work. I don't know if Abzan Rights will work or not in this format. Ziller, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. All right, so we're gonna play. We did some Jund, and Jund, we should talk about it because it kind of crushed it. We went 4-0 with Jund. The deck felt really good. Tarmogoyf itself, a little hit or miss. Apparently, there's a lot of graveyard hate in this format. We had some matchups where Goyf, we saw like the Unlicensers just doing a really good job of keeping the graveyard clean, and Goyf wasn't able to get any traction. Other games, like that last one, our Goyf was what, 6/7s? And it just closed out the game, 2 of them in 1 attack. So I think that Jund, if you want to play a fair deck in Historic, I would recommend it based on our experience today. You get a lot of good cards, you get a lot of filtering, you get some good Planeswalkers, maybe a Liliana in the future, but the deck just felt solid all around. I don't know if I'd really change much of anything, but now we got to try what might be one of my favorite modern budget decks. Can it work in Historic? Can it work at all? Is it any good? So this is my first attempt at Abzan Rights in this format. So Abzan Rights, you might remember this deck. It is essentially a mid-range reanimator deck. Part of the gimmick of Abzan Rights is we're not trying to be a go big deck. We're not trying to get a Grizzlebrand into play. We're not trying to put in this one huge hitter. What we're trying to do is play some Siege Rhinos, play some Tarmogoyfs, get them back, do it again, Unburial Rights, get a Rhino, Restoration Angel, blink the Rhino. Our big finisher is Titan of Industry. That's our one big thing, and that's like sort of castable. So it's basically like Abzan, Graveyard, Reanimator, but without any big finisher. Very mid-rangey Reanimator style deck. Whether or not this deck can actually compete in this format, I'm not sure. Whether or not the build is right, I'm also not sure. So basically, early game, filling the graveyard. Circle of the Land Druid, Grizzly Salvage, Bone Shards can get in the graveyard, with the goal being that we're going to get on Burial Rights and Siege Rhinos in the graveyard. Maybe a Titan of Industry. Then we get them back, and then we can Ephemerate to blink the Rhino, Restoration Angel to blink the Rhino, grind our opponent out of the game. Sideboard, pretty typical stuff. We do have some Sarah's Emissaries for the right matchup, so we can bring this in over the Titan of Industry. So that's a plan. Yeah, it is Historic today. Unburial Rights is not in Explore yet. So not in Explore yet. Yeah, there's 0/3 drops, which might just be correct. Are you going to adjust as you play? Probably adjust it as I play. I haven't got to do many games with it yet. So if you have ideas, we're going to do a game here, and then if you have ideas for updates that would be improvements, let me know and we might add them in. There is not a ton of interaction. It could be, maybe it's 2 interaction light. We got Thoughtseizes, Bone Shards, and that's really about it. I tried building the modern version, got absolutely demolished by my local meta turn 2 combos. Yeah, the modern version improved with Modern Horizons 2 getting Persist and just a faster reanimation plan. Although, you know, this is okay if we hit a Rhino, I guess. Although we are up against Luris. The one format where you can still play Luris. Ephemera is such a house in Modern. I'm surprised they haven't done anything in Historic, even with the Incarnations. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised too. It's never really caught on. But, I mean, I guess you don't have the Evoke Elementals or whatever. Some of the best things to blink, but part of what makes it so good in Modern is, like, those turn 1 grief lines are just so unbeatable. Oh, I probably got to update the deck command. I don't even know if I've exported this deck. I'll have to export it. If you wanted to grind the ladder on Arena, what deck would you pick that would be fun enough to play over and over, but competitive enough to climb? Ooh, well, John worked pretty well. So standard, I haven't really thought about much recently because I've been thinking we're heading into rotation. Like rotation's happening so soon, so I wouldn't recommend buying any standard decks right now on Arena. I think just wait until we see Dominaria. Give it a couple of weeks. If you were, probably Esper's the way to go. For Explorer or Historic. What would I play if the goal was to grind? It's a tricky question because I never really play to grind. It's very rare that I play to actually try to like rank up. Every once in a great while, I will. So I mostly just play for fun and don't really care too much. Like I want to be competitive enough, but I don't really care too much about being super competitive. I mean, honestly, this is probably the dirtiest answer, but maybe I just play a control deck. Blue-white control or something. It's super slow for ranking up, but control is pretty strong. And I think when you're not making content, I think that control is actually like kind of enjoyable to play. I mean, Rakdos is, oh no, it's a affinity deck. Okay. Have not seen affinity yet. Well, opponent's probably going to be drawing some Magic the Gathering cards. Is having 0 3-drops a problem? 5-color Niv is like a blast to play, although I don't know how good is 5-color Niv in Historic. Is it good enough to rank up? Oh, shit. Well, whoever said you probably should play more interaction, you might be proven right by us just getting absolutely wrecked by Light Pause here. Boom, draw a card, opponent. Enjoy. Enjoy the fruits of our labor. All right, Siege Rhino. Yeah, I saw the midweek Magic event looked kind of ridiculous. Oh yeah, we're super dead. It looked kind of ridiculous. It was like Omniscience Dragons? Omniscience Draft is actually one of my favorite midweek Magic events. I think Omniscience Draft is so much fun. Yeah, we're just dead. Yep. Yeah, got us. That was a quick one. But Omniscience Dragons does not sound nearly as fun to me. All right, removal for days. Sarah's Emissary seems better than Titan of Industry. Maybe we do need a 3-drop. Is a 3-drop essential? What 3-drop would we play in this deck? Is there any 3-drop that's actually worth consideration? Maybe something like that. General Trimmage. Yeah, at least we died fast. I mean, Tracker could be worth considering. The White Saga could be alright. There's definitely a value on creatures in the deck because of Unburial Rights. Unless we would much rather have in the graveyard. I guess we can Thoughtseize ourselves. We're gonna keep it. Hopefully we hit a Bone Shards or something to discard it. Opponent. Ooh, Knight of the Reliquary. Knight of the Reliquary could be interesting. Fixing the mana is good. Well, all right, Thoughtseize you. Hopefully they just have one payoff and we're good. Okay, yep. Esper Sentinel down. So our opponent currently has no creatures, although eventually they're going to find Loris and going to make us sad. Opponent. Well, tap land, go. Any cubing today or vintage cube tomorrow? So no cube today, although if y'all want to do cube, we could potentially do some cubing in the future. Yeah, Skyclave could be good. Skyclave or Brutal Cathar. I'd probably go with Skyclave. Knight of Autumn, I think, could be a good sideboard option at least. All right, we mill a million lands. Play the land past the turn. Graveyard, not looking good yet. Opponent untaps. Land and Loris. Of course. Well, go to combat, hit ya. Yeah, so Lockwing. Yeah, but now they got the Luris, so this is very, very bad news. Luris. And Luris. Someday Wizards needs to write an article just explaining how Luris happened. I'm just so curious. I want to know. Wow, the stoniest of whiffs. How many lands do we have in this deck? Apparently infinite. Well, we'll pass the turn and die. Tarmogoyf. We're Tarmogoyfing today. Found it as per Sentinel from the graveyard. And all that glitters. The Luris. Goes to combat. Gets in, hits us. Well, I mean, I guess we chump. I guess our game plan is to try to get this emissary down and hope that it just lets us live. I don't know if it will. We have so many lands in our grave. This is like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 lands out of 17 cards. Over the top landage. Bugler Rat? Yeah, we can't spend life to draw here. Grizzly Salvage. Okay, boom. Get back that Circle of the Dreams Druid, just like we drew it up. Opponent, I guess we could have let them not draw a card there. Yeah, doing it. Doing it. Yes, okay. Mill all the cards that we wanted. Play the land past the turn. About it. Untaps. And what do you got about it? Holland Fountain. Jeez. Core Spirit Dancer. Well, I mean, the question's going to be, can they answer Sarah's Emissary? Heliod's Punish. Well, yeah, they can, because that's Heliod's Punishment. All right. Yeah, well, I mean, GG. Another land. Sarah's Emissary. Choose creature. Pass the turn. Do you have another Heliod's punishment? If you do, the game is over. This isn't really Reanimator. It's a Siege Ride. I mean, it is Reanimator-y, but this is very much not a Reanimator deck in the traditional way. All right, opponent, play your punishment. You should do Ban Card, Tribal, and Explore for Against the Odds. Ooh. All that glitters. Okay, that's fine. That is okay. That doesn't make us die. I mean, I guess if we can get emissaries on creatures and on enchantments, we're probably okay. Srom. If this ends with Heliod's Punishment with the slow roll, I'm going to be a little sad. Opponent goes to combat. Opponent attacks for 0. We'll kill Luris. Get rid of it. At least make him tap down. Sure. Wow, we might actually be winning this. We were so far behind. Oh, Siege Rhino Soulherder. That sounds super fun. Maybe that's what we should be doing. Maybe that's what this deck should be. Can we turn this into a Soulherder deck? Yarion Siege Rhino. Ooh. I think that's a pathway forward. I think that's what we should be doing. We're going to try that after this. All right, Sarah Emissary, this one's over, I think. We will pay. I mean, once this is on enchantments and creatures, I don't think it's possible that we lose. We can pay for a Spell Pierce. And our opponent's just essentially locked out of the game. I like that. Siege Rhino, Soulherder, and Unburial Rights. Put them all together. That sounds really good. Well, okay. Opponent, would you like to die? Hit ya. I mean, I think our opponent just locked out of doing anything. Opponent adapts. Soulherder is a fun. We're gonna try to build it. We're gonna try to build it after this game. We're gonna try to build it and see how it goes. Staggering Insight, sure. I'm pretty sure there's not a card in our opponent's deck that beats this. Yeah, maybe that's what they were thinking, that the lifelink worked. Yeah, that could be. That's an easy mistake to make. Opponent. I mean, they could have like Fateful Absence or something. Nothing our opponent does actually does anything. They keep trying to do things, but it just with the protection, it just does not matter. Alright, Grizzly Salvage. Pay the 1. Opponent's not quite dead yet. We need like a Rhino. 7, 14, 15, 16. A Rhino should be lethal if it resolves. Wow. Oh, that's sweet. That is a good one. That is a good one. Opponent takes her beats. I really want to settle the wreckage of. Opponent. Wait, you don't want Soul Flare? Lazal's Acrobatics is on Arena. We haven't played it yet. That actually sounds, boy, there's so many sweet things. Okay, we got to build that deck. I kind of want to just scoop and build that deck, but we can settle them first. We still have a score to settle. This is just the rub-ins at this point. We don't need to kill their stuff. It doesn't actually matter. But we can, so we will. Charismatra's but boy, that also doesn't do anything about it. Oh, poor opponent. Yes. Would you like to lose your hexproof Spear Dancer? The Raging Goblin. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super over here. Thank you. Well, Sierra's Emissaries apparently pretty good. Apparently not a bad Magic the Gathering card. Wait, so what are we built? Soulherder, Yarion, Lazal's Acrobatics, Siege Rhino. We milled so awkwardly. What else is going in the deck? Are we even doing Unburial Rights, or are we just building like a blink deck? Oh, that would have been great if they sacked this Selfless Savior. Just everything. All in on saving that thing that is unsavable. And opponent. Dead. Gonti sounds good. Yarok could be a good possibility. You gotta have Muldrifter. You can't not have Muldrifter. Yeah, it sounds like a blink deck. Planner Incursion. What is that? Planner Incursion. 2 mana blink. When it comes back into play, get a +1/+1 counter. I don't know if I need that in Historic because we have Ephemerate, but that is a good one for Standard. Duskmangler. Duskmangler is just so much mana. It is a cool card though. I've never actually played a Duskmangler. Well, we got a Rhino. We got a Thoughtseize and a Rhino. What more could we want? I guess some lands technically, but who needs those? Thoughtseize you. Take your Fleeting Spirit, okay. Well, this is like the last hand. Opponent does not have a creature, but eventually the Lurrus is going to give them one. Can we make them die before that happens? Godless Shrine, untapped. Boom. Goyf. It's a 2-3. Deal with it, opponent. Opponent. Luristide. I included a Dusk Mingler for my budget Esper Blink Tech and EDH. Ooh, Storm Chaser Drake. I'll play the land. Why are they leaving up 1 mana? Ha. Well, kill the Storm Chaser. Discard Circle of Land Druid. Grizzly Salvage. Get a land. Grow the Goyf. Hit ya. Boom. Down to 16 past the turn. Opponent taps. Rhino in hand. Rhino in hand. Lurus not in hand. Opponent might be in trouble. Heliod's Punishment. That's okay because we got a Rhino. There's still a Rhino. And our opponent still doesn't have a threat. Sarah's Emissary. Sure, whatever. Siege Rhino you. Down to 13. Past the turn. Dwinny Gang, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super duper, thank you. Hey, Seth, what are the odds that we'll get Tron lands in one of the upcoming Diamond Area sets? How good do you think they'd be in Pine? Wow. Never say no to 2 Siege Rhinos in a row. Hit ya. Hit ya. I think that it would be insane of Wizards to put Tron lands into Standard and into Pioneer. I think it would be bad. I think it would be very bad. I don't think they should do it. I don't think they will do it. How good would they be? So Sylvan Scrying exists in those formats. So that would be step 1. Oh boy. Well, let's use our Tarmogoyf. Actually, the correct play is to discard Sarah's Emissary. Discard Siege Rhino. Got him. We haven't lost today, have we? I believe we have not lost at all. with Siege Rhinos and Tarmogoyfs in 2022. No losses at all whatsoever. So how good would they be? So in Pioneer, you do have Sylvan Scrying. No Expedition map, but I think players, you got Hour of Promise and stuff, which is slower, but I think they'd be too good. I think Tron is just too, I think it's just too strong. I think the best bet, if we want something like Tron, I think what we get is like some sort of like watered down 2022 safe Tron, like Tron, but if you assemble it, one of your lands taps for 1 extra mana or something, which maybe that's not enough. Like, what kind of reward? So Tron, you get the right 3 lands. They make 7 mana. So 2, 2, and 3. What kind of reward do you think you need to make something like that playable? What if your lands tap for 1, 2, and 2? If you assembled it, would that be good enough for Standard and Pioneer? Or would that just be not good enough that no one would play it and it wouldn't even matter? I could see 1, 2, and 2. Something like that. Yeah, kind of like Cabal Coffers into Cabal Stronghold. Something, yeah, Tron it home. Would fetch lands be a bad thing to reprint? No, I think fetch lands should be reprinted. The only problem, well, no, that doesn't even matter because they already banned them in Pioneer. I was going to say that the Pioneer might be an issue, but they'll just ban them in Pioneer, so it really doesn't make a difference. Yeah, I think Fetchland should be reprinted. I don't think they can reprint them into Standard now, though, because of the Triomes. Last time they put Fetchlands in Standard, the problem wasn't Fetchlands. Fetchlands are fine in Standard. They're not even that good in Standard in a in a lot of formats, depending on the rest of the lands. The problem that last time is fetch lands plus fetchable dual lands ended up making standard decks be really expensive. And made the format just very inaccessible. So I think that that's something Wizards has to avoid. Well, Lazelle's Acrobatics. Oh, this card does seem like a fun one to resolve. But other than that, yeah, I think they will come back to standard. I don't know how they don't come back to standard. There will be a time when it'll happen, especially with more standard being played in digital or whatever. Like, all right, what are we adding to this deck, chat? What are we adding? Y'all had good suggestions. Lazelle's Acrobatics, Soulherder, Siege Rido. So white, blue, black, green. No red. Red is off limits. We need ramp. Are we Topiary Stomping? That is blinkable ramp. Charming Prince. All right, Charming Prince in. Ephemerate in. Emil. 3 mana, blink a creature. Yeah, we could play one maybe. Although it might be better just to play like a Thassa or something that free blinks on our end step. Muldrifter. Can't say no to the Muldrifting. We're gonna be a dirty Yari deck. We need more room. We need more room. Hey, what's up, Dougie Sausage? Good to see you. Good to see you. Ubelk, welcome to the Fishbowl for the 4th month. Thank you for your subscription. Big super duper, thank you. Charming Prince, Renegade Railier. I feel like Renegade Railier is too hard to trigger without fetch lands. Thrabes. What are we gonna do in the early game? Skyclave, that's a good suggestion. Wow, it's getting like ridiculously thunderstormy here and windy. Well, if I suddenly disappear, that is because the power went off in the middle of this thunderstorm. Well, this is historic at the moment. Gotta have our Muldrifter. Innkeeper. Okay. I can get behind some innkeeping. So we probably need, what, 32 lands? I wouldn't mind more ramp in the early game. Hey, congratulations, Dandy Floss. Ooh, Wall of Blossoms. Okay. I like Wall of Blossoms. All right, Wall of Blossoms in. Extraction Specialist. Yeah, so interactions so far, we have Skyclave. Obscura Polymorphist. Enters a battlefield, exile to one target creature its controller seeks the creature. Alchemy. We're not allowed to play Alchemy. It's against the rules. That does seem like it'd be great in the deck though, but okay. Oh boy. Okay, so we're getting to the point where Lazelle's Acrobatics sounds hilarious. Oh, we don't have any Panharmonicons. Oh, all right, Panharmonicon in. One copy. Lumbering Battlement. Lumbering Battlement's kind of like Lazelle's Acrobatics. Oh, we're running out of room. We do not have much interaction, like at all. And our only black card is Siege Rido. What is going on? Oh, is it hailing? It's like wild out there. Yarok. Yeah, one Yarok seems good. Okay, so wow, boy, we have like no interaction. Thoughtsea's in push. The problem is we already have too many non-lands in the deck. We have 24 lands. Well, actually, maybe we don't. All right, let's do our mana. All right, let's fix our mana real quick, and then we'll add. Then we can do whatever. So we need Probably some Streets of New Capenna. Streets of New Capenna lands. Epic Blue, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so everything but red. Boom, boom. So we're mostly, I guess, Bant. So Sparrow's headquarters. Oh, that's Jetmir's Garden adds red. We don't want red. Okay, so add in those. Triome. Add in some Triomes. Shocklands. Once we get our mana set, then we can figure out the last few slots. So green and white is the big color combination. Although white and blue is somewhat relevant. Ooh, Massacre Girl. Massacre Girl could be sweet. I could see Massacre Girl being pretty good. Should we play a World Tree? Actually, we should probably play... How many lands do we got? 31. We can play, like, Tangled Floral Hedron. We can play some MDFCs. Maybe that's the solution to all of our problems. Glasspool Mimic's also really good. Something like that, and cut back on some of the other lands. It's probably going to make our mana less consistent, but I think it'll be worth it. We'll have less lands overall, assuming our mana works. So we have 26 lands, but it's really 34 lands. That's doable. That's doable. Okay, so we got to cut 2 cards. Do you have any basics for Topiary defense? Yeah, maybe we can't Topiary. Maybe that's the cut, because we don't want to play basics. Coco. Oh, do we have enough hits for Coco? So that gives us a couple more slots. Timeless. Okay, I like Timeless Witness. Timeless sounds good. Deputy of Detention. Is there any way... What's the best way to tutor up creatures? Is there an easy way to tutor up creatures? This deck looks fun. It looks janky, but it does look super fun. Tolser, yeah, ETB Fight. Kogla. Tolsamir. Ha, so Acrobatics is a paper card. It did come to Arena through Alchemy Horizons, but it exists in the same form in paper. So if it exists in paper, it gets a pass. The Deputy, I think Deputy is probably fine as a one of. Lagrella. Lagrella seems sweet. It might be good enough in blank. We can play it as a one of. It is legendary. Oh yeah. Well, this could also be like a Risen Reef deck too. That would be another direction to go. I don't know if we're going that direction right now. Titan of Industry. Did we play a deck like... Oh, we played a deck in Explorer that was... Or, yeah, an Explorer that was kind of like it. Vivian. Ooh, Vivian. There's just a general... So we've played Alchemy in the past, and the reception was very negative. So now I try not to play Alchemy cards if I can avoid it. That's kind of the... That's been my solution to the Alchemy issues. I don't know if that'll ever change. I at this point, I kind of doubt it, so... Fauna Shaman. Fauna Shaman could be good. Ooh, Vivian the Hunt. Oh, we have way too many cards. We need like a new super Yarion that makes us play even more cards. Okay. Teleportation. Actually, if we're going blank, I guess we might as well go Thassa. Thassa is basically the same as that enchantment, except it's indestructible. Same as Teleportation Circle. Alchemy doesn't seem that bad. I don't know why everyone gets all upset about it. Shrudge, also hello. Hey, what's up, Delicious Goat Meal? Yeah, I mean, for me, I can see some of the issues with it, with the economy being expensive and its impact on historic. There are very what I would think of as legitimate issues with alchemy. But at the same time, I also do think that it's maybe gotten to the point where it's like a little over the top the way people respond to it. Where I think that at this point it sometimes does just get hated on because it's cool to hate on it. But there are like legitimate issues. Actually, acrobatics is a card that I want to resolve the most. The double blink, if you roll high on this and double use all your ETB triggers, it sounds so insane. Like, it just sounds, we can trim a copy. Maybe that's what we gotta do. Trim a copy. What else can we cut? Tolsimer's fine. Yarok's not going. Rhino definitely not going. I mean, this deck looks functional. It doesn't look horrible. We have 34 lands. Ooh, we can maybe cut a land. We do have a little bit of ramp in the early game. 33? 33 is like, I probably as greedy as we can get. All right, so what do we go down to make this work? We have so many one-ofs. Gilded Goose. All right, Charming Prince. Wall of Blossoms. Maybe, okay, 2 acrobatics. 81 card special, go. Oh, we need a sideboard, though. we do need a sideboard. Maybe, okay, that's another solution. Some of these cool cards like Thragtusk that's good against aggro. Maybe we just put it in the sideboard. Doman's Veto in the sideboard. Rest in Peace in the sideboard. The Wandering Emperor. Settle the Wreckage. At this point, I love playing Settle the Wreckage even when it's wrong, just because it's hilarious when it gets people. Early game removal. Fateful Absence. So Rest in Peace, Doman's Veto, Thragtusk, Fateful Absence, Settle the Wreckage, Wandering Emperor. What are we missing? I feel like I'm missing something in the sideboard. Knight of Autumn's a good one. So when it comes to sideboards, people always ask me about sideboards. If you think of these basic things, control hate, aggro hate. So control hates Doman's Veto, aggro hates more early game removal, graveyard hate, Rest in Peace, artifact hate, which is going to be our Knight of Autumns. Those are kind of the big categories that you're looking for. And then I guess life gain like Thragtusk would also go in the aggro hate, and then something like Elite Spellbinder, Paulo, would go in the control hate. So if you think of those 4 big categories, graveyards, artifacts and enchantments, control, aggro, and put in a few cards for each of those, you kind of end up with a reasonable sideboard. That's a super, super simple, not super in-depth, but just like basic if you're sideboarding for the first time. If you think of those 4 categories, you should be fine. Like, it will improve your deck. And it depends on the format a little bit. Once you get back to Modern, then there's a lot more considerations, because you got Tron, so you do need land hate. You got decks like Storm, so you need combo hate, which isn't something you need a whole lot in a format like Historic or Explorer. So that's kind of for newer formats. Once you get back to older formats, it becomes a lot trickier. Plus, once you get into super known metas, things kind of change again, because then you can start to target your sideboard slots at specific decks. Where like, okay, I'm playing against Murktide 25% of the time. I need to... Oh boy, this is going to go poorly. Arena players and their life gain. Arena players. Someday I'm going to meet someone who loves me as much as arena players love life gain. Never seen anything like it before. It kind of cracks me up. It's so... I mean, it wins sometime. Should build a deck with Miriam Sentinel Worm in Historic. Ooh. Miriam in Historic does sound kind of sweet. Wow, we're getting wrecked. This Trellisara is so incredibly big. And we have so incredibly few answers. All right, well, kill us. turn 2/5/5. Opponent gets in. The man one's not going, I'm sorry. I mean, arena players love their life gain decks unconditionally. Man bun and all. I was mostly joking around anyway. But yeah, Bear does. Bear is Bear is so sweet. So question for you. Dog question. I don't know if you got any experience with this. So there's this dog, it's a puppy that's like maybe 8 months old. Maybe like 8 months old. I take Bear out for walks like 2 or 3 times a day, and I'm going for walks with this puppy. And the puppy, Bear likes playing with the puppy. The puppy likes playing with Bear. But I've noticed, I was kind of petting Bear around his collar area, and I noticed that he's getting like all scabbed up. Like he's got scabs like around his neck, and it's the way the puppy plays is he likes to kind of like nip around the collar and pull on the collar, and I guess on his neck too. What do you do about something like that? I don't know is that something I should be trying to protect Bear from, or Bear's 140 pounds or whatever. The puppy's 8 months old. Like Bear's got to be a big boy and fend for himself. Like if he's bothered by it, he'll actually do something about it. Yeah, I mean Bear doesn't seem to care, so I assume that if Bear was actually bothered by it, he would. Oh, opponent's going infinite. Cute. Yeah, well, you got us. Okay, well that's good. I figured that if Bear was actually being super bothered by it, he would put the puppy in his place type of thing, or like whatever in dog language. Yeah, we got squirrel comboed. I haven't seen that in a long time. Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking, that if it actually became a problem for Bear, he's just like so much bigger and stronger, he could kind of like let the puppy know like, hey, this isn't cool, like we're not gonna do it this way. So if it's not bothering Bear, I guess it's probably fine. Any cube drafting this stream? No cube drafting this stream, but a lot of people have mentioned cube drafting, so maybe we'll get one in why cube is up before Dominaria comes up. We have also a reminder why everyone's here. Thursday stream going to be a little bit different. It will still be sponsored by our sponsor, Card Kingdom, where you can get all your Magic cards over at cardkingdom.com, but early stream on Thursday, so we can watch the WotC stream together. So starting around 11, maybe a little before if I can get my other stuff done, 11 Eastern in the morning, and then we'll watch the WotC announcement stream / spoiler stream together at noon. So play Magic for a bit, watch that, and then off to Spoiler World. So yeah, maybe Thursday or next week we could do some cubing if that's stuff people are interested in. Cube is fun. Well, this hand's gonna be nice because we have the Skyclave, so hopefully we do not get immediately snowballed like last game. We do not have our acrobatics though. Oh, sorry, dog. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Changing the schedule does kind of mess it up, but it's a special case. This is a once a year, once a set thing. So we will miss you though, dog. Cube Draft is better without alchemy cards. I really tried to enjoy it. Oh, I didn't think about alchemy in Cube. I don't know. What can you do about Cube Draft? It's such a weird, hard situation. Like, we didn't play Historic for quite a while, specifically because of the alchemy impact, but I've kind of decided, like, we can't just not play Historic forever. We can, play other formats more and whatnot, but I don't think I can commit to just, like, we will never play Historic again. So my current thinking is we can still play Historic. We just try to avoid playing the alchemy cards. That's where I'm at now. But why should we have to be punished for Wizards' mistakes? Like, why should we not be able to play cool cards in cool formats because of a bad decision about alchemy the Wizards made? We are playing against Squirrel Combo. Yeah, sometimes it takes them a bit to update for the new cards. Maybe you would think they'd be on top of it with Siege Rhino though, the most important card in the history of Magic. If there was any card you wanted to add to Cardboard Live, it would probably be this one. What is alchemy? So alchemy has been a a very controversial format on Magic Arena. It is so last winter, Wizards announced a format that is it was announced in a way that sounded like standard but with a twist. And the twist was they would be rebalancing cards. So rather than banning something that's too good, they would change the text on the card to make it be of the right power level. Or if something was underpowered, they could improve the power level. Along with every set release having a alchemy set, which would be like a 30 card release of cards that only exist on Magic Arena, digital only cards. At first, people were kind of like receptive to the idea, but it ended up coming across a bit money grabby, where a lot of the cards they released were all like rares and mythics with very few lower rarity cards, and it ended up feeling to a lot of people like standard but more expensive, and doubly so because your cards would just randomly change, where you'd wake up one day and be like, hey, my tier deck that I spent my wild cards on to put together, all of a sudden those cards are much worse because they got rebalanced. So that's what it was intended to be, was like the Magic version of Hearthstone, like a 2020 digital version of Magic. And that's kind of what it is, except it just hasn't really taken off. The reaction was very negative once people realized the financial issues, and also that the rebalancing, the biggest issue, maybe the biggest issue, was that, and this will blow your mind, Tekka, but they decided that their rebalancings, when they changed the text on the cards, those rebalancings would not only impact the alchemy format, but it would also impact historic, which is essentially Magic Arena's legacy format. And that's what really, those were the two things that really made people mad, and I think ended up essentially just ruining this format. People were rightly upset that it was very expensive, and then it was just totally mind-boggling that changes you'd make for a standard format, like changing a card to make it more powerful or less powerful based on standard, would also impact your legacy format. And those were the two big deal breakers, I think, that really caused the community to more or less just turn against alchemy. Alchemy equals good. MTG community just complains. I mean, it is true that we are good at complaining. There's no argument about that. Although I do think there are like legit problems with alchemy. That's kind of where I'm at. Alchemy is the best things Wizards has done in a long time. Where I've been at for a long time is I think that alchemy could have been a really good thing, but the way that they launched it, I think it's right that people were upset about it, because I think the way that they launched it just really was not positive for a lot of players. So I don't know. I mostly see alchemy as a missed opportunity. That's kind of where I am, is like, it could have been a really good thing. When they announced it, I was hyped. I was like super excited about the idea of like, because there is legit problems with standard, where standard does get boring, it does get stale, it does get salved. Like, that is a real thing. That's not a made up problem that doesn't exist. That is a real thing. The idea of standard that changes more often, that was really exciting. And even the like digital only cards, I'm kind of just view them as like weird Modern Horizons cards. However, the community made it pretty clear that they are not interested in alchemy. Like, the play numbers are just super low. When we did videos right after alchemy launched of alchemy, those were also very negative reaction from everyone. So the message, it took like a month maybe after alchemy release, but the message from at least my audience, our audience at Goldfish, came across pretty loud and clear that we do not want this format to be part of the rotation. So Sad News Bears, welcome to the Fishbowl for the 31st month. Thank you for your subscription. Big tip, thank ya. Oh, what about Gladiator? Did anyone play the Gladiator event? Yeah, Krim plays Krim's Twitch is Asian Avenger, or the Asian Avenger. But yeah, Krim mostly streams super late at night my time, Eastern time. Like, he's usually streaming, like, while I'm sleeping, typically. And then me and Crim's schedule is so funny. Like, we live on exactly the opposite schedule. Usually, Crim will be streaming while I'm sleeping. When I get up in the morning, I usually get up pretty early. I'm usually getting up, and Crim is still up and hasn't went to bed yet. So we kind of pass each other going in opposite directions. Well, how do we not die? Let's play a Soulherder. Number 2, gain a life. Pass the turrets. Could you imagine what acrobatics would do if we double triggered on this board? It would be so good. A blink a Skyclave. Blink a Innkeeper. What a game this is going to be. Okay, so Innkeeper bounces. We get a treasure. We'll find the acrobatics eventually, or we can just start blinking the Siege Rhino. I'm just worried about the combo. Like, that's what we're trying to avoid here, is getting comboed off. Not super concerned about losing fairly, but pretty concerned about the possibility of just getting comboed. Get rid of a Soul Warden. Unfortunately, you can't hit a token with Skyclave, so this thing... If our opponent ever finds a fling, we're done. Is this deck called Soul Rhino or Siege Herder? Ooh, that's a good question. What do you think, chat? We haven't named it yet. We just built the deck. Could go either way. I didn't realize there were many board wipes and counter spells before Gladiator. Yeah, I mean, playing singleton formats like that does let you experience a lot of cards you might not experience in other formats. That is an upside. Scurry Oak, but no Heliod. Sure. Oh no. Wait, what does this turn into? Flying Vigilance. 26. Okay. Block. Yup. This game might never come to a conclusion. Soulherders versus the world opponent. Well, we weren't going to cast 9 creature spells anyway. That is acceptable. Oh my god, that's acrobatics. Oh, that could be so good. Oh my goodness, that could be so good. Okay, so Prosperous Innkeeper. Oh, we're going to break Arena. I think we're going to break Arena. Yeah. Grow your Voice of the Blessed. Grow your stuff. It gets massive. Soulherder again. Trigger. Gain some life. No attacks. Blink Skyclave. Blink Innkeeper. Yes, please. Get a treasure. This acrobatics is going to be so good. So we want to get down the Muldrifter and the Rhino. And then we want to acrobatics and just see what happens. And our opponent has so much life that I don't think they're going to scoop anytime soon. Hopefully. Opponent has this game. Yeah, this is the first match we've played since building the deck. We got comboed in game 1, and then this is happening. Yeah, these Soul Herders are also getting big. Blanket. Get rid of the Scurry Oak so we don't get comboed. Soul Herder is such a sweet card. Soul Herder is like everything I love about Modern Horizons. Like, whoa, they scooped? All right, well, it worked. Soul Herder is, could you imagine, whenever people bring up the downside of Modern Horizons, of some cards being too powerful and whatnot, I try to look at the upside of, like, Soul Herder's so cool, but it's not a card that they would ever put in Standard because it would be too busted. So if we didn't have sets like Modern Horizons, it would be a lot harder to get a card like Soul Herder, which isn't really a Commander staple, but it's so fun to build around. So, I don't know. I am glad, even with some of the downsides of Modern Horizon sets, I'm glad they exist, and I still want more of them. Oh, we got acrobatics. Oh, Panharmonicon. All right, if we hit our lands, good things could happen. Acrobatics, Panharmonicon, Rhino. Ooh, we can scry with Charming Prince. All right, here we go. I just want to see acrobatics go off. I've never cast an acrobatics, and it just seems so sweet. Now, play the land, Charming Prince, scry for lands. Okay, well, we will keep both of those. Land in Skyclave, your go, opponent. MH2 still had some sweet cards, but there were also a lot of overpowered cards. Ranger, Captain of Eos. Opponent passing. Well, we will continue the shocking Skyclave. Get rid of Trellisara. Oh, Pioneer Horizons must not happen. It must not happen. No. Pioneer Horizons, I think, would kill Pioneer. I like formats offering different things. One of the things that Pioneer offers, which is unique in 2022, is it is the last remaining bastion of 60 card Magic that is untouched by supplemental products, really. You got Commander decks and all that in Legacy. You got Modern Horizons in Modern. Now, let's Skyclave again. Skyclave, get the Banishing Light to get back the Skyclave. To get rid of Soul Warden. Okay, so if we can live long enough to Panharmonicon Rhino Acrobatics, it will be glorious. Opponent. Fateful Absence gets a token. Only 2 cards in hand. Oh, all right. Well, now we probably got to just play the Rhino, or we're gonna die to our opponent's board. Opponent goes attacking. Okay, acrobatics gonna have to wait. We gotta find a way to stabilize. Opponent hits us. Well, thankfully we got a Siege Rhino. Gain some life. Mega 4/5. Pass the turn. You don't want to put stickers on your Sacred Cat and Pauper. I mean, so I don't think supplemental products existing in some formats is a bad thing. I think Commander decks and so forth being legal in Legacy, that's probably a positive. I think a lot of that's good, but I like that there's a format that is not like that. And I think that is what gives Pioneer its own identity. Wizards had talked about trying to make sure Pioneer had. Yeah, I was afraid we were too far behind. We might have been able to play Panharmonicon before the second Rhino. The first Rhino, I think we really just had to get down, or we were at risk of just straight up die. Oh, Scurryoak. Okay. Soulherder. Wall of Blossoms, draw 2. If we get comboed off the turn before we acrobatics, I'm gonna cry. Glasspool Mimic. Soulherder. Pass the turn. Blink Wall of Blossoms, draw cards. Girl, the Soulherder. Come on, no infinite. Actually, even if they go infinite, it doesn't kill us, right? So we'd still have a turn to acrobatics before we die? Okay. Opponent goes attacking. So opponent top decks exactly the card that they were hoping for. So opponent goes infinite. That is so unfortunate. So infinite tokens. Yeah, I mean, I guess that just does it. Boy, that's pretty unlucky. What do you think about the reprint of Liliana the Veil being all but confirmed for Dominaria United? I think it's sweet they're going to bring it back. A little bit surprised because there was a set they were going to... Like, the thing is, shouldn't this be a draw? Oh, yeah. We actually do beat this, don't we? Opponent's going to do all this, and then we can sack the Wall of Blossoms to Vivian to get Deputy of Detention. No, the thing is they can... Normally that would work, but they can just Ranger Captain of EOs. But wouldn't this be a draw in the real life? Oh. Yeah, I guess that's true. Opponent. Well, I mean, I think they'll time out sooner or later, so there will be an end to this. If you played Acrobatics and rolled a 10, you would have drained for 24. Yeah, I mean, I think though, so that's a 50-50 shot of us being able to win the game. The odds of our opponent drawing the combo are like 5% or 3% or something, like not very high. It's Heliod or Collected Company into hitting Heliod. So I feel like another turn of setup is not an unreasonable choice there. I think that is the I feel like it's, I don't know. I mean, we could have YOLO'd it and just saw what happened. It would have been funny to go for it. Opponent. Lots of patience. Lots of patience over there. So Liliana, it'll be interesting to see how good it is. One concern I do have is Esper's got some pretty busted planeswalkers. Oh, all right. So opponent did not do that. So Vivian on the hunt. Wow, opponent's gonna go infinite and we're gonna win. Vivian. Sack the Wall of Blossoms. Get a Deputy of Detention. Get rid of the tokens. Get rid of the Scurry Oak. Well, opponent went infinite. We went infiniter with these Soulherders, I guess. That's a big Soulherder. That's a big one. Play the land. What a backfire for our opponent. Hit ya. Opponent. The funny thing is, even if our opponent went more infinite, it still wouldn't have mattered. Like, this same line would have still stopped it. I thought they were going to sack the Ranger Captain of EOs. That's what I thought they were going to go for, but... All right, up to 22. Maybe we still get to Acrobatics, and it's an instant. So what we can do... oh, we're going to have such a sweet turn. We can Muldrift, evoke it, trigger on the stack, Acrobatics, see what happens. Oh, this is going to be a sweet turn. Oh, I'm so hyped for this. Opponent, sure, kill our Vivian. We do not care. We won't even block it. No blocks. No blocks. You got us. Can't lifelink himself, though. Okay, here we go. So, full control. 1, 2... Oh, I've been waiting for this. 1, 2, 3. Evoke a Muldrifter. Muldrifter enters the battlefield. Double triggers. Draw some cards. Yup. And now, Lazelle's Acrobatics. Exile everything. Roll a d20. The opponent's gifted up. We beat the infinite combo. We beat the Arena's so weird. I don't know if you have it work out like this for you when you're playing it. That was so good. That was so good. Oh, we don't have a choice. We gotta exile everything. There's no option to say no. Let's do one more. I feel like when I play Arena, some days I cannot lose. And like today, we played Jund, we played Abzan Rights, we're playing this pile now. I'm pretty sure we haven't lost a game today. I'm pretty sure we just won every single game we played with whatever deck we played. And then there's other days where I just cannot win, no matter what I play. You could give me the best, most top tier deck, and I would go 0 for. Oh, I really wanted to see those triggers resolved though. Oh, deck list. Remind me after this game. I will get you the deck list. Now, after saying that, we're probably gonna lose here in our very last match. In paper, they would have won. Wait, how would have our opponent won in paper? Oh, by having infinite life. Maybe. Although we are an 80 card deck, so in paper they might have milled out before us. That would have been in paper. That would have been our strategy. Would be to try to those are not lands. In paper, that would have been our goal. Would be to win by milling our opponent out. Not very likely, but technically possible. Boo. Ugh. Slivers. Okay. Well, the mana screw is not ideal. Yeah, Soulherder would have got pretty big. Yeah, it would have been interesting in paper. Well, if we were playing like our opponent had infinite life, then our choices might have to be a little bit different. Hey, what's up, Natera? How are you? Good to see you. Opponent. What sliver do we have now, opponent? Oh, spicy. Growing Race of Illamak. All right. Yeah, that's good. Well, a green land would make us happy. Well, Cloud Shredder is one of the best slivers. That is scary. All right, there's green mana. So play the land. Soulherder. Let the blinking begin. Hit ya. Is Slivers like an actual deck in Historic? Thoughts on Jace the Mind Sculptor reprint? Jace, I think, will never come back to Standard. Never. And I don't think it should. I think, so there's probably some argument that Magic is so much more powerful now. Jace isn't what it was the first time it was in Standard, which was absolutely busted. I can see that argument. However, I mean, Jace was broken. It was Oko before there was Oko. It was Oko a decade before Throne of Eldraine was printed. It was too good. It was too good, and I don't think Wizards wants to go back to that. Ugh. We can't even kill any of these things, which is awkward. Yeah, this Diffusion Sliver is doing some work for our opponent. Yeah, we might just be dead here. Well, hit ya. Not drawing lands has been a problem. Blink the Charming Prince. Grow the Soulherder. We gotta scry because we don't have lands. There they are. Very painful and very slowly. I think we're dead. Yeah, Legion, I mean, oh god. Yeah, now we're dead immediately. Yeah. I mean, we played Historic Slivers a long time ago, and if you get the right draws, the deck is a very powerful aggro deck. Let's see how they like our one Settle the Wreckage. Take that, aggro. Okay. So bring in whatever removal we got. Hope that we draw it. I mean, this is another deck that wouldn't exist without Modern Horizons, though. Slivers have been around for a long time, but I think Slivers actually working in 2022 is pretty dependent on the cards we got in Modern Horizons, like the Haste Flying 2-drop Boros Sliver. Like, I don't know if it'd be a deck without that. So there's so many good things that come out of it. Yeah, I mean, so this was a deck we built on stream. A little bit, a little bit janky. We got some fun cards in there. Seth, not sure, but it sounded like you were crafting Arena Rig Matchmaker tinfoil hat earlier. Good to hear. Oh, no. I mean, what other people chalk up to like some conspiracy with Arena, some tinfoil hat thing about matchups and matchmakers. For me, it's just variance. Like, Magic is a game that has a lot of variance in it. I play a lot of Magic. Some days I end up being on the play a lot. I end up winning a lot. Like, all that's going to happen. If you're playing a lot of matches of Magic each day, you're going to have days like that. And that's not to me, I mean, it's not even to me. It's just like, it's not a conspiracy. It's just how variance works. That's how randomness is. We want randomness to be, as people, we want randomness to make sense. We think of random as a very different way than random actually works. In our minds, if you go 0-5 one day, you should go 5-0 the next day to make up of it, because that's how variance is. Or it should be 50-50 every time. Like, I go first, you go first. I go first, you go first. I win the die roll, you win the die roll. But that's not actually how variance works in the real world. So for me, that's what it is. No conspiracy here, just variance. Today's been a good day. We've hit the right matchups or whatever, run well, played well, some combination, had good decks, and we ended up winning a lot. Jeez. Sliver's doing sliver things, and they got the diffusion sliver. So I think that means we die. The fusion sliver means we can't even kill anything, so I think that means we die like now. Jeez. I mean, slivers, you gotta mulligan super aggressively to find the right ones, because there's like two that are pretty good. Cloud Shredder is, I think, the most important by a pretty big margin. What a hand. Yeah, that's just the sliver dream. God. Yeah, I mean, if you have the Cloud Shredder sliver, your deck is pretty strong. Well, disappointingly, our one loss from the day is going to come in the very last match of the stream. The good news is we got to see slivers live the sliver dream, and as much as we get to live our dreams and cool things on Against the Odds and on the stream, I mean, sometimes it's nice to see your opponent living their dreams as well. And we got to see slivers do some serious dreaming there. So what do we learn today about these decks? I got to export this one for y'all in case anyone wants to play it. Although, just be warned, if you want to play the Soulherder deck, the Soul Rhino deck, it's definitely rough around the edges. It is not very tested. I would encourage you to not just run out and spend all your wild cards on it if you're trying to build a competitive deck, because we played like 2 matches with it, and it's fun, and acrobatics is sweet, and it does really cool things. But as far as being like ranking up and being competitive, I wouldn't want to promise that at this point, because we do got a lot of just like fun cards and cool things going on in there. On the other end, if you got the cards, I would recommend giving it a try, because, I mean, who doesn't want to cast a Lazelle's Acrobatics with a Rhino on the battlefield, with a Panharmonicon on the battlefield? What could be better than that? We also, we Junned undefeated. Jund felt really, really good. If you want a more competitive deck that I do think is actually good, Historic Jund feels good. And then we did a little bit of Abzan writing. We only played like 1 game, though, because we ended up switching it up and going to going to build the Rhino Pile Blink deck, but that was pretty sweet too. So anyway, I think that brings us to the end of our stream for today. So one more reminder that on lots of spaghetti, you are here right near the end of the stream. One more reminder that Thursday's stream around 11 Eastern rather than at night, streaming early so we can watch the WotC announcement stream, the new sets, Dominaria spoilers, all that good stuff. Other reminders, tomorrow on the YouTube, or Moderning, trying to get the Coalition victory in Modern. If you haven't seen me and Phil's video from over the weekend, you should check that one out. Replay YouTube for all the old streams. And another shout out to our sponsor, Card Kingdom, where if you need some Dominaria United cards, or any cards really, you get them over at cardkingdom.com/FTGGoldfish. If I get a free goldfish sticker, just let them know you want one. Most importantly, thank you to all you. Y'all are amazing. Thanks for hanging out this Tuesday afternoon. I hope you have a lovely night, a wonderful Wednesday. Everyone who's been going through some hard times, someone went through a breakup, thoughts with you. Things are going to get better. And we'll be back Thursday morning for an early stream. So I love y'all. Have a great one, everyone. And yeah, see you Thursday for some spoiler action. And I will, dog. I'll get to the P.O. box so we can do that too. And I will talk to you soon.